Yo, how you doing? How you doing? A little sneaky live stream. Wasn't going to do anything today, but I was actually going to get on and do a video, but I have actually just now edited quite a big video that's been in the wings. You're a bit on the wonky side of you lot over here. I'm bringing around a bit. So yeah, I've just done a video yesterday, and that's going to be, well, it was actually came out an hour and 40 minutes long. But I've managed to get it right down to about 35 minutes, so super happy with that. Took quite a bit out of it because I was waffling like I do. So I thought I'd do a little live stream today. Nothing sort of pressing, just thought I'd come out and have a chat, see who's about and what have you. I've just been speaking to Snobby. He's just helped me out a little bit. So hopefully that's all working as it should do. And all good. Yeah, I've got one in the house. So, you know, it'll take a little while for people to get in here and what have you, have a little nose, see what's going on. So I thought I'd do a little live stream. I'm going to shut my old door in my shed and what have you. And we'll get a few people up on the panel in a bit, see how you're getting on and what you've all been up to, and we'll go from there. So let me shut the old shed door, and I'll be back in less than a tick. Riley boy is about somewhere. Hi Steve, mate, how you doing? Riley boy is about. That I do know. Turn that off. Give a pop-out chat up. See what happens with our pop-out chat. Put that in where it needs to be. Put that over there. Down there now. So I just want to see how you're getting on. What's happening around the old globe, because some of you American lads will just be climbing out of bed, no doubt. Some of you. I know it's midweek, so I'm not expecting this to be a massive stream anyway, shape or form. I need to just try something else on. Just woke up, about to get moving. Yeah, I thought it would be, mate. Yeah. So I'm not overly concerned. It's just a little, well, not overly concerned. It's just a little live stream. Thought I'd have a little nap with some of you. They've got 8 in the old house. Hey, Boats, how you doing? You up early, boy? Couldn't you sleep? Or you just getting in? You're just getting in from a night out in the old town? Hi, Ali. I see that bolt of yours, Ali, was an absolute pig trying to get out of that motor. I see that. I'd lost my rag of it well before then. I'd have smashed hell out of it, but I see you got out eventually. Good lad. So yeah, reason for the last one was 2 things. One, for a general nip-nap, paddywhack chat, and the other thing is I've been struggling to monetize my live streams, and I've been speaking to Snobby, and he's hopefully giving me a little tip. So were there any adverts when you guys come on, or was there not? It should have been monetized. So hopefully you guys, not hopefully you got some adverts come on, is what I'm hoping. I didn't see any, but I'm hoping to see. If I did get an advert come on there, can you give me a little thumbs up or something, just to say, yeah, I did, I want to, because it is part of the revenue. It's what we do. And hopefully I had to get some adverts on there. It's back out. It's back. It's all out now. You broke the brake pad wire. Yeah, that happens. Can you solder it back together? Hi Rob, how you doing? Just had adverts. That's cool. It is good for me because, as I say, for the past 4 live streams, I haven't been able to see any at all, and it's been a bit of a swine. And it is a source of revenue for me, and for the channel. So that's good. Hi Drew, how are you doing? Rob's in the house. Dirt Rider's there. Doing Dirt Rider. Nice to see you. Moose is in the house. Good day from down under. Yeah, we're all doing pretty good. We're keeping safe over here. Thank you very much. We're dodging the old sea bullet as best as we can. Actually looks like we're going down in numbers slightly, which is good, compared to some other places in the world. But it looks like we are doing okay. So despite the epic loss of people, we're doing okay. So hopefully we'll start to come down a bit. Hey Mick, and everyone in the chat says Will. How you doing, Will? Hi Andy, how are you doing? Nice to see you. You've got Dirt Rider and I've got a few in here. I've got 24 in here. Wow, I had 8 in here a minute ago. Didn't see that coming. That's good. Steve Weller's in the house. You've got 1 or 2 others in the house saying hello, mooching about. I suppose all you American guys are all just stretching your arms and scratching your bums and trying to get yourself sorted. Hi Cheryl, honey, how you doing? Nice to see you. So yeah, I've been super busy actually this week. Really mega busy. Doing bits and pieces. I had a big job on a lawnmower, which is outside now. That finished its run yesterday. I've got to test it again today. It's a bit of a surprise little video for you, which is good. I've got my Suffolk Punch to do next. My second Suffolk Punch that come in just the other week over there. I've done a video on that one so far, but I'm going to be doing probably about 10 videos on that because lots of people have been saying there's not a lot of videos on them. It's not running right yet. It is running. I'll give you that. It does run, but not efficiently. So that needs to get itself sorted out. Hi, Mick. Hope you're well. It says UK Dizzy Videos. Hope you're doing good. Hi, Ben. Daily Walker. Good afternoon. Are you at work, Dale, or are you working from home, or what are you doing, buddy? I was cancelled last night, Dale, Billingshurst. I got about halfway up and Luke rang up and said, I don't know if you're working or not. So yeah, I was cancelled last night. Also, Dale, is a Saturday job going? Saturday night, Red Hill, 1938 points. Is that still goer? I know last night's job was cancelled, mate. So if you can give me a shout about Red Hill, Dale, that'd be cool. 10:30 p.m. here in Oz. Wow, 10:30 at night. My word, we're getting ready for your bed. So that's cool. So I have been busy. I sold a few. I've got to pick one up today. It's only a little cheap Tesco job. It's not working. Working on a Honda HRX 476 today, which is misbehaving itself. They do that. What's up with the old Honda? They can be a bit of a pickle, especially when you get into the drive systems and the clutch systems. They can be a bit of a pickle. The engines are pretty good though, but generally it's just the drive systems are a bit of a pain in the bum. You get my haircut too, some point. So yeah, I've been busy. Had a bit of a tidy. As you can see, the BL shop looking a little bit sparse, a little bit empty in here, because most of the machinery is actually outside. There's most of my kit. As you can see, I've got a bit of a collection going on, but I'm just waiting on parts. Literally, parts are taking so long to get here. Daily Water. COVID-19 got to stay in. I've got it. Oh, you got it. There we go. Oh, God, that's not good. Oh crap. Oh, I hope you're doing all right, Dale. S&C still being done. Okay, cool. I'll ring up tomorrow just to double check, mate. Say last night was cancelled, so I got halfway in and got turned around. Shoot me that link. I have a question for you. What link's that? I don't have a link. What link? Link to what? The link to my sense of humour. That's just what I'm about to get done. A haircut. You've had your Ali. Yeah, I know Steve's had his haircut done. Yeah, everyone is, and Riley Boy's next on the list. Riley Boy's going to get his haircut done soon. Drive belt has stretched and keeps slipping off the pulley. So fitted a new belt, but doesn't seem to be 100% to me. I had the same problem. I had exactly the same problem. I got a Honda HRX 476 belt, correct model, for one I did last year. That was off of eBay, supposed to be genuine. Got it on there and it threw it straight off. And what I did in the end is I have got a collection of belts just over here above my head, just there. And even I found one 1/2 inch shorter and just threw it on there and it works fine. There is an adjustment on there as well, isn't there? UK Dizzy on the back. If you tip the lawnmower up, so it'd be carburetor side up. If you tip up on its side, in between the roller and the back and the part of the deck where it's split, up inside the side of the roller, you'll find there's a little tiny Allen bolt with a metal plate. You can do that up, and that will take some of the tension up on the belt on those. If you haven't already located that, or if you already know, but you can tension them up just ever so slightly. Give that a go. Have you done many scarifiers in your time? No, not one, but I'm guessing they're pretty much the same. It's got an engine, it's belt driven or chain driven. So, well, what's the problem with it? Remember a few years ago, there was a bad batch of belts going around. Yeah, they were hit and miss. Well, yeah, definitely that. What I'd say is literally, if you can find one, that's go to your local car shop. Yeah, that's a joke. Because even Halfords don't even stock fan belts anymore. You want your local car shop, accessory shop, if you can get one, and just take the belt down. Just ask for one slightly 1/2 inch shorter. Seems to be under a massive amount of tension on it. Don't want to go much further to adjust. It runs fine and flat out. Okay, so it could be. Tell me, it could be. It could be you've rerouted it incorrectly, because there's a little tiny post on those that sticks out just behind. Let me think. Off the main pulley, and then some people think it goes behind this metal post and onto the back axle pulley. It doesn't. It goes straight past that post. Don't reroute it around that post. It could be that you've done that, and that's why it's throwing it off and under so much tension. So don't reroute it behind that pulley. Just have it like on a normal belt, just a straight one. Maybe that'll help you. Working and lurking, says Partners. Afternoon, says Garden Machinery. How are you doing? Daily Walker, you'll be in Saturday night. Okay, Dale. Otherwise, look at yourself, Dale. That's cool. Right, let's bang a link out in. Where are we? Give us a thumbs up if you got one. If you've got a spare thumbs up, give us one of them. That'd be cool. Be much appreciated. I normally get quite a few of each. As I say, this is just a chat. Literally, I'm nothing pressing. Just want to come see how you guys are doing. So I spent most of the day indoors with Riley Boy. He's been good as gold. Watching a few videos. So I watched 2 of Ali Max today. He did a in Audi, and he did a what was the other one? Passat. One he did as well. He did a Passat. I watched both of them. I've watched quite a few. Look at me, you look like my uncle.
Hey, buddy, I got a quick question for you. I got a Husqvarna all-wheel drive overhead valve Brigg 6.75. It's blowing oil out the exhaust.
Okay.
What could it be?
So what did you do to it?
I didn't do anything to it. I was just cutting grass and just started blowing oil out the exhaust.
So you did just cutting grass, normal, working fine, no problem, and all of a sudden just started chucking oil straight out of the exhaust.
Yeah.
Overhead valve.
Yeah.
Could have chucked a valve stem, a push rod.
Because now it's not running, so
yeah. To me, if it just all of a sudden starts chucking oil straight out of the exhaust for no reason at all, I have seen it where if you take the valve cover off the front and just make sure that the rockers are one's on the valve stem, back of the valve, and one is on the push rod. Sometimes it just literally the push rod just comes off and the valve will be stuck open and the oil is just going straight through. In particular, the exhaust.
So I'll check that this weekend.
I would definitely check that first. That's not very old, is it?
No, 2 years old.
But a few hours.
2 years old.
But a few hours on the clock, eh?
It's got about 100 hours on it.
It's not massive though. I would have a great day, Mick. Got to go and get some food for the house. Okay, nice boats. It's cool. Yeah, I would take the valve cover off first, Steve, and just double check them. It sounds like it might have chucked a push rod. Check your oil cap or the rubber. And it's coming out of the exhaust, Mike. It's not coming out of the filler. It's coming out of the exhaust.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely start with the valves. Just make sure both the valves are working as they should be. Check your oil levels, of course, and then if it ain't that, mate, it's got to be something a bit more sinister. Have you had it tipped up at all?
Huh?
Have you had it tipped up?
Carburetor side up. You had to change the blade, but other than that, no.
Okay. So irrelevant of carburetor side up with any mower, especially overhead valve as well. You've got to allow enough time to get the oil back. So is it not starting at all now?
No. But the last time I had it flipped up was back in December.
Okay, so it seems a bit suspect to me that it's not even starting. Whereas before, what was it like? Was it an easy start beforehand?
Oh yeah, you pull it twice and it fires right up.
Okay, so what I would do is I would check your oil levels. Try and get it started. Even if you've got to spray a bit of carb spray down the head. If it's still not firing, then maybe what I'm saying is true and it's chucked a valve. And if it's not firing, maybe the valve's just come loose. If you could probably just undo the valve, push the push rod back in, tighten it back up to spec to allow you to get your clearances right. And you could possibly then just put the valve back together and away it goes. Try that.
All right.
I have seen it push a rod out. Literally, just a rod just comes out. They get so hot in there, Steve. The expansion and contraction. Literally, if the valve clearances get too slack, it can come straight out.
Yeah.
Try that. Is it Harry? Is it Harry?
Suck.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry, you got crap internet.
Oh God, my back's
Oh no.
Harry, your internet is shocking.
Just wondering if I could pick your brains for 2 seconds.
Oh my lord, was it Pick Your Brains Day at Mix House? What's that? Yeah, I'm listening. But your internet's crap.
I got a
You got a comb over.
Zoom streamer.
No, you have to say all that again. All I heard was I got a that's all I heard.
I got a Komatsu streamer, yeah.
A Komatsu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done fuel lines. It's got spark, got compression. Can't get nothing out of it.
And have you put any stuff down the head and tried to pull it just spark plug? Are you still there? No, he's not on a good day.
Thank you, Freddie.
Yeah, I'll kick him out of the basement and come back and try again. That might be easiest. Is he coming back? Oh, he's back.
Nope.
Your internet is shocking, bruv.
Yeah, I'm back
Shocking.
out. Yeah, it's my dad's. It's been sick. Oh, I know. It's rubbish.
Have you put any spray down the head and tried it?
It's been sitting for about 9 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. How much compression have you got?
About 25 psi.
Not a lot.
25 ain't enough to run an engine.
Ain't enough. Ain't enough, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Try pouring some oil down the head. A little bit of oil down the head, and then try it again.
Okay.
And see if your compression picks up with oil down the head. It could be that your rings are not gone, but your rings have perished over time, and it needs a wet compression test. Try that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can get them to come back by putting it all down the head to do it, but 25 is not enough.
Was it a mower or is it a trimmer he's talking about?
It's a trimmer.
Right, I'm going to have a go on this end. Cheers, guys.
Welcome, matey. No worries. Thanks for coming in to see us. Did I see a comment from Snobby Scrap Picker? Oh, Mick, I'm down the shed. I got you running on my laptop, Snobby Scrap Picker, YouTube. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, no worries, Snobby's fine, mate. Yeah, no worries. So Snobby Scrap Picker's down the old shack.
What's up, Ranger? Yeah, when I take off, we'll put you on the old phone and put my earbuds in and listen. Oh, yeah, shit.
Cool.
God,
that's no problem.
Feels like I broke my damn back this morning.
Yeah, that's cool. Harry, I hope you're well. Yeah. Oh, here comes my little Riley boy. Hang on, he unlocked the old door.
Where's the buddy?
Here he comes. Yeah. Are you coming in? I suppose you want your stool.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Who's here?
We've got a few in the old chat, Riley boy. We've got Steve.
Daddy.
Steve.
Daddy.
Yeah.
You give me my parcel?
Yeah, we're doing a bit, mate. Yeah, we've got to do a video to that at some point.
Daddy.
So, yeah.
What about a boy?
We'll see. How about you sit down?
Oh, no. Hey, stop. Oh.
Yeah.
You want cheese?
Yeah, are you all right, Steve?
Yeah, I'm good.
Why are you putting so my boy?
Hiya, Philip. How you doing?
What's that?
Links in the chat, Peter. And what's it? Handy Stars, how you doing? Nice to see you. I suppose some of you boys are just in America going off to work, are you?
Yeah, I'm about ready to get moving here in a minute.
Have you got much on then, Steve?
I got 12.
What's that?
I got
12
yards to cut and one to quote. And then this weekend I'm busy as shit with doing landscaping.
Oh, Handy Stars about to hit it as well. Yeah, you American boys going out to work. I got cancelled last night. I got about 4 miles outside my door, and someone rang me and said you cancelled.
That sucks. Yeah, Ranger them had a nasty tornado hit them about a couple miles northeast of where that They 11 destroyed Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I did
The
hear
south
that.
side
Yeah.
of it.
Isn't that a bit early for this time of year?
No, this is perfect time for tornadoes. Between March and June.
Okay. It's not what people need, is it, when they're trying to keep their stuff together?
Oh no, Easter. That whole day on Easter, from Tennessee Point south, had all kinds of tornadoes.
It's not good.
What's up, Ron?
It's not good.
Or,
Yes,
or
buddy.
everybody else with DJ Don.
Who's that?
That's Ken Small Engine. Says hello, Ronnie.
And that boy.
Man.
Oh, what is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah.
What else? Wait,
Handy Star says it is tornado season here.
Who's that?
That's Techie. We've got Scotty Boy in. Young Scotty, he's in.
Snobby.
Snobby's in his shed. He's working in his shed. He's got some laptop playing.
Daddy.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Bubble.
There's Snobby there. Say there's Snobby.
Daddy. Bubble, boy, and Duck.
Doug's not here. Roy's not here. Doug's probably still in bed. Doug may come on a bit later. I've not seen Doug for a little while, so Doug may come on in a little while.
Daddy, my hair coming my train.
Say again.
Well, who's that?
That's Will Higgs.
Where? Yes, he.
There's Will.
Daddy. I'll see him. Where?
That's AJP. That's Ash.
Yes, he.
Is Ash here?
Oh, what's with him?
Yeah. Well, you're just gonna ask what comment is everyone, aren't you?
Who's that?
Yeah.
What's that? What's that?
That's Stephen. What's that question there, Harry? Hope you're well. What's the best value for money pole pruner or multi-tool out there? Any suggestions? Chat from Harry. It all depends on what you're going to use it for. As I've always said, because if you're looking for commercial grade stuff or just home use, there's no point in spending out good money on a commercial grade machine if you're only going to be using it for your own garden. But
yeah, I bought the Steel KM 131R combi unit, but that's like the top of the line commercial grade combi unit. Yeah, see, I would go for the Echo if it were me as a good sort of mid range one. But it all depends on how often you're going to use it and all that sort of stuff, buddy. Before you start spending out big money. Back soon, gives a try. Philip says hello. Stephen says hello. Love watching your videos. That's cool. Thank you, brother. Everyone's saying hello to Riley Boy. Everyone's saying hello to Park Nest. I'm just trying to catch up on chat. I'm watching some storm chasing videos. They are hair raising. Yeah, I bet they are. Troll says hello, Mick and Riley. I hope you're well. Yeah, we're good, mate. Yeah, we're really good, actually. Link is in the chat if anyone wants to pop on up. As I say, feel free. If not, then it'd just be a bit of a slow stream. But I say it's the idea of the stream is to get you guys to come on up, say hello, and have a chat. As some of you guys will be locked in. Hi, Tommy. How you doing? Nice to see you. Some of you guys will be locked in and what have you, and can't get out and all the rest of it. So I thought I'd come down here and have a bit of a Hey, Mick, I'm gonna jump over here. I'm on the phone and go out and start getting my trailer ready anyway.
Yeah. Bye, buddy. Understand. Stay safe out there.
Once I start working.
Yeah, cool. No worries. Take it easy.
All right, buddy.
Later. And now it's just me. That's what happens, see? So this would be boring. This would be boring if it's just me. Hi, Edward. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it sucks that some of them lost homes. I'll still have to quarantine. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. That's not what you want on top of a pandemic, is it? Is to get whacked by a tornado on top of it. That's not good at all. Good. Oh, someone come on in the chat. I'm just elsewhere on my computer at the moment. We've got Sparky Boy. Sparky Boy.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Yeah, not so bad. Just doing what I normally do in the day, cook and clean.
Cook and clean. Scrap it, man. How you doing? I saw your comment, Scrap it, man. When I see your comment today, was that on Mower Man's channel? I'm sure it was. I watched the video. I see you a comment there. What's that say? My old boss bought a low-end steel multi-tool and a strimmer. Wasn't as good as a Makita one. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of steel. I'm not overly big fan of steel. I am more Husqvarna. That is the truth. But for mid-range, I actually quite like the Echoes.
Did you get that Makita get sorted out then? The saw.
It's here.
Still here. I love it. I think it's A star.
I've put a new. I haven't done a video on it yet. I'm due to do the video on it. The only reason I started it is because I was hoping for it to be a bit of a quick turnaround, but there's it's missing most of its filters.
Okay.
So I've had it running. It now won't run. I don't think. I can try. I don't think it will.
Wait a freaking time, yeah.
Because the young lad that had a go at it, he pinched the fuel line inside, and the fuel lines on these are quite funny. Oh, you little baby.
Nice. Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah.
And that's it. So until I can get the filters in it, because I think there's 3 filters on these, and a fuel screen filter. I can't tune a carburetor, but I've ordered a brand new complete carburetor set for it, and I've done a new fuel line on it, going from the carb to the piston. But I've ordered a new fuel line from a tank to the carb. So I've ordered about 20-30 quid worth of spares for it, because it should make really good money.
It should, yeah.
But there's absolutely no sense in me trying to tune it until I've got all the bits in there. It's just sucking too much stuff in there. What we got here? What's this say? 20 years of me offbeat. What's that all about? What are you guys chatting about up there? Powerheads. You love your Echoes, says Ken. Yeah, I like Echoes too. For a good mid-ranger, they're not bad. You know, they're not bad at all. 20 years off me offbeat. It's Gary Mick, as in Scrap It Man. Is that Gary Butler? Is that Gary Butler channel?
Sounds like that. I don't know.
It's Gary. What Gary? Gary.
What are you on about? Ken Spark is not dark enough. Well, I'm not been in the sunlight for ages.
I'm sitting outside. Can't speak too loudly as my neighbour is nearby, so I can't come up on them. Okay, that's fine, mate. No worries, that's cool. Eco's carbs, definitely any sort of logic when it comes to setting them up and cleaning, especially on their top handle saws. The older Echo stuff is good. Yeah, but you find a lot of that with a lot of carbs anyway. A lot of the carbs are a bit tricky to tune, especially the Chinesian ones. You know, they are very hard to tune, and sometimes you have to go back about 3 weeks later and tune it again once the diaphragm's bedded in slightly. Sparky doesn't look dark enough. Why is that? Dirt Rider, can't see him. Gary Butler. Cool. Okay. I didn't know that was your channel, mate. Beg your pardon. Scrap It Man. Okay, cool. Can't see enough. So yeah, that runs. But I've had it apart already. I haven't started doing a video on it yet. Because he bought his old man, and they both do the same as what I do, try and repair lawnmowers and small engines. And he had to go. He rang me and said, "Come have a look at it." I said, "Yeah, cool, not a problem. Bring it on down." I said pick up a carburetor kit and bring it up with you. But he balled it up as part of a job lot, so I throw that in as well. So it must be bad if you put it as a job lot. When you put the run to the carburetor apart, have a little sneaky peek. There's no gasket underneath the diaphragm, and he put two of the reeds in there. It's showing need one, so he's done a bit too much work on the carb. So that'll come in soon. I picked up a nice new camera case from the GoPro 7.
Nice.
Which is there. That's the one that Martin Butler's got. He's got one of a little battery thing that goes into here. So I shall be upgrading my mic very soon. I need to just adjust it for the mic up here as well at some point. So that's all getting on there very nicely. And I can't believe how much difference it makes recording in 1080p as well. Makes a massive difference. I got sent something this week. I got sent a nice Briggs & Stratton spark plug tester. So I've got to do a review on that. I've got a nice parcel come from Dusty Blonde. She sent me a parcel, which I should be undoing on Saturday night. I've got gearbox for a hater come in. I've got loads of stuff come in. So it's good. He asked how long we've been fixing these things. Who asked how long?
Background sparky. The lights on the background here. I'm usually upstairs in the office. I'm just downstairs today.
Usually you're a floating head. Floating head?
Yeah. Normally.
Oh, just see your face. Neighbour is busy gardening, so don't wish them to hear me. Yes, of course. Yeah, it's not a problem, mate. It's not a problem. Afternoon, Mick Sparky. How you doing, Barstow? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I've got a few jobs to do. I want to get on and do me stuff at Punch. I want to do a carburetor clean on that one. I've got the fuel tap is soaking in petrol because they've got a cork inside them. So I'm busy doing that at the minute. I've got me Crowcast, that's done. Got to fire it back up today. And I've also got 2 Hondas done. And the little Honda deck swap is nearly done. Just got to finish doing that one up. 2Q. How you doing? Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Royal Mail to deliver parcels, but it's just waiting for them now. So I know they're slow at the moment because there's thing going on. So I'll wait patiently for that lot. So a lot of people sending me stuff and that, and just it's not coming through quick enough.
Was there any adverts on my stream?
I don't get adverts on mine because I pay for the monthly fee with YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Because we use it as a TV in the day when we want to play music.
Someone's just text me to say there's no adverts on my stream, but others have said there was.
Oh, I don't know. Strange.
Yes, I saw an adversary. Okay, you did. Okay, cool. That's fine. JJ, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. So, you all right, Joe?
I'm not too bad.
Yeah, are you bored yet?
No, she just cleaned the cat litter out.
You're not bored. You're not bored of staying in yet, then?
Not yet. No,
I am.
I've got my knitting to do.
She's knitting.
Knitting.
Yeah.
Knitting blankets.
Cool. So some of you did, some of you didn't. And what it is, it's already gone for review already. Only after about 3 minutes, it's gone for review, which is crazy. Despite the fact I've just done a self-assurance on the channel to say it's not for kids and what have you. They still want to go off a manual review, which is bad, really. I know that lots of YouTubers are struggling with it at the moment. I'm outside most of the day. Lockdown is normal to me. All right.
Because the thing is, at the moment, is we've had problems with network at the moment. The actual 4G network. Well, I've rang the company up already, ID Mobile up, and I've asked them what's going on. The call center's closed, so I've had to email them, and they said they're on a restricted, like, not service, but the service is so overwhelmed, they have to keep up, and like we're only getting not even half what we should get, and they said it'll be back to normal soon. So I was watching Mick twice.
Well, I tell you something. My little internet down here has been absolutely banging. Ever since I bought that, it's been brilliant. And I know at the minute I've got probably about 10 videos on this PC's memory as well, which is quite a lot.
Bill, where I have emailed you because I was concerned about you. I haven't seen you for a while. I was very concerned.
In and out, chaps. Off to work here in the Alps. Hope all goes well. All right, Bill. No worries, mate. It's fine.
Yeah,
I think people are probably just taking a bit of time out. You know, lots of people are finding stuff to do that perhaps they wouldn't normally do in a day-to-day life. You know, people learning how to cook. People learning lots of stuff. You know. Yeah. Have a like. Yeah, cheers, Bill. Thank you very much indeed.
Because normally I see Bill at least once a week somewhere along the lines. I was just concerned, so I thought to email. See the no.
Here's a curved shaft. Doesn't have to trim with bending banks. Been looking for a 4-cycle, but haven't found one light enough here. Well, you won't find a light enough one. I've got one here. You can have. It don't run. You can have it. Generally, the 4-stroke ones are a bit heavy. RC Madness, how you doing? Nice to see you. Fixing petrol tools. Well, you are. Good lad. Or lady. In days in the house. I'm working on doing maintenance on 2 hospital sites. Are you really? Right, look after yourself, buddy boy. Thanks, fella. We'll be back very soon. He'll be back very soon. It's cool. I got too many in at the moment. Yeah, I've got loads in, but they're just not shifting. That's the problem. They're not shifting because of the old lockdown. So I'm going to pick one up today. But that's been about the only one in my area. I was quite lucky to get it. I don't pick up to about 5:30 tonight. But it is only a cheapie, and he's already worked on it. He's already tried getting it going. So it may just be a spares job. You have that problem too. Yeah. I hear you, bud. I hear you. You're not alone. You're not alone, mate. I've got loads in and just can't get loads out. So run out of stuff to fix. Just put a wanted advert on Facebook and see if there's anything about. I've done that, mate. I've done quite well. But I think lots of people are literally taking heed to the policy, and that is of lockdown, and not allowing people to actually turn up. The fixes that I've been doing, pretty much they turn up, they leave the equipment on the driveway. Once they've gone, I then go around, pick it up, bring it in, fix it, and when I say it's done, just before they come around, I'll spray it off with disinfectant and what have you. Anywhere where I've touched the machine, I'll spray it all off. And then they do a bank transfer into my bank account. So I'm not even meeting people, but it's what I can do. I got stuff to fix, just can't do it. Why can't you do it, Ash? Why can't you get out and do it, mate? Hi, Tampa. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Good morning.
Morning, Tampa.
Why can't you get out and do it, Ash? No enthusiasm or no parts? I know. At the moment, my parts is absolutely taking a hit. I've got no spark plugs. I've got some B2LMs and I've got some 6Hs. I've got no BPRSs. Can't get them. Filters I'm running I've got one Briggs Honda filter left. I've got about 4 or 5 classics. Running so low on stuff, literally can't get them.
Mm-hmm.
I just need doing. I'm just doing me bit to keep the NHS wheel turning. It's weird that everyone else wants lockdown, and I started this job. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. That's what it is, mate. I'm working still, but they do keep cancelling me because I work in such a close proximity with other people at work. That's a problem. We're darn near sat on top of each other. Morning from the US to all in the UK. How you doing, Rumpel? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Rumpel. So it looks like the old American lot are just getting out of their pits and pulling back the duvet covers and the blankets.
Well, Dirt Rider 500 will be doing that.
I expect Ken's still in his pajamas.
Yeah, wearing his tutu.
No, he's got Bob the Builder ones, isn't he? Bob the Builder pajamas. Or onesie. Bob the Builder onesie. I expect he's got one of them.
So it will be 3 weeks on that. It says at the bottom. It says it'll be 3 weeks. So not
what?
Too bad. I'm on about talking to the missus. I'm just reading what's on the bottom of the breaking news at the bottom of the screen.
Well, they reckon 3 weeks, and they're going to review it, is what they're saying.
Yeah, well, it just says at the bottom here, breaking news. MPs can confirm 3 weeks will be the review will be done again, and it just says anybody Anybody will be available to talk about the situation. Will be soon. Will it be too freaking fast? This stupid thing. Stop it down.
I can't see them relaxing that one iota until we get to about below 300 deaths.
I say below at least 200 at the moment, my personal opinion, but that's only because around here some people will be busy with mass loading up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Roy. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Roy.
Just a sneaky little live stream, Roy. Nothing essential, just a bit of a chat. Feel free to come on up, mate. Feel free to come on up and have a bit of a natter. I don't want to get on with anything, because if I get on with something, then it could possibly be potential content, because at the moment I've got so little stuff in and spares. I'm sort of having to hold back a few videos if I can for as long as I can. Everything should slow down a bit by then. I'm hoping so, Edward. I'm hoping so, but I just can't see them releasing any sort of restrictions until we get our numbers down. What we up to? We're up to 761 or 771? 761, yes.
Yeah, 661, yeah.
And they'll be due to release the numbers any minute now, won't they? It's normally about 2 o'clock in the afternoon we get the numbers out. Eating lunch at the moment, says Roy. Good. Lonesome's Garage, how are you doing? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Thanks for coming on in. I'm talking about letting the builders back. Well, the builders, there's been some controversy about that. There's been lots of builders have actually got it because of the unsavoury environment in which they work in. Although they're essential, I get that, but they've got no protection. That's a problem. Here they are saying a lot longer for a lot. Yeah, I think you're right, Ian. I think until 761. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Was that today, Edward, or was that yesterday? That was Yes's number, wasn't it? I'm sure that was Yes's number. Yeah, bang a like button from Ken Small Engine. It is what it is. Until they get their numbers down. People are dying in old people's homes. That ain't been recorded yet. Yeah, exactly.
This is breaking news. This is breaking news. The death toll soars to almost 1,400 after 870 more fatalities today.
Okay. So that's up then.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Wake up!
They were hoping, although the numbers are going down, I think they said that the numbers will still climb. That's Sparky.
Hi, buddy.
We're allowed to go to stores, get gas and mow. Haven't heard anything else. Stores closed everywhere about 9 p.m. Yeah, same over here, mate. They're closed at 10 o'clock here.
Daddy.
That was Yes's numbers, but Sparky just read out about 800 or something.
Daddy.
Yeah.
No,
Sparky.
no.
What, man?
Addy.
Who?
No.
Mario, Luigi.
Oh, Steve, with man with an orange t-shirt.
Come here.
Yeah.
What's the
As Ian Days says, hi, Riley. He's waving.
Daddy.
That's Ian. Say hi, Ian.
Hi, who's on much right now?
No one in the yet.
Who's that?
That's Dirt Rider.
Hot dog.
Or Mike. His name's Mike.
I'm Mike.
The problem is with that breaking news is that breaking news has been going since 4:30 this morning.
If I should now?
This has just come on now, so I don't know. It's just on the thing. Yeah.
Do we get a lunchtime updating?
It doesn't say. It just says what's in front of me now. It's just what's saying on there.
Boy.
Yeah, he says hi, Riley.
Hi, boy.
Ken says hi as well. Everyone's saying hi to little Riley boy. Hey, love little Riley boy.
What is it called? Luigi and Mario. Yes.
Up and down.
What's that? Luigi, Mario, what?
Luigi and Mario. The actual when you play that Nintendo Wii Switch, you can play Mario on it.
Oh yeah, he loves that. Yeah, he loves that. Micks Mowers, are they going to lift everything on your birthday? I hope so. That'd be right. That'd be right if they do.
I don't see
my birthday ain't till June, so
I need it.
Hi Mick from Pontiac, USA. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in, Jack. 38 in the house. Give us a thumbs up if you can. That'd be cool. Just had a bit of a chit chat, bit of a knick-knack, paddywhack. Roy's coming in the old chat. Come and say hello. There's Roy. Have you finished? Roy, bit of salad cream there, mate.
I'm going to be turning an old D1
You did it as well. You did it as well.
Daddy,
yeah.
come on.
Hello there, Riley boy. You all right?
Is it not here?
Is Dizzy Di there?
Dizzy Di. Say hello, Dizzy Di.
There she is.
Daddy, what's What's up, Mom?
What's up, girl?
What's up, Dad?
Good boy. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be releasing a lot of stuff until I reckon until June, July. I reckon that's what I reckon.
Yeah.
Those numbers have jumped up, haven't they?
Yeah,
First
it's on
party,
here.
yeah, about another 100 and 120, and no, and what was it 7, and we're now 7, now we're 800 or something.
Yeah,
Wow.
877. I'm just reading it all now because it's on the thing. I've just got at the
They
bottom.
must be counting all the ones in the care homes in there, surely.
I don't think they are, Roy.
I've got to be doing something.
Just trying to get on here. Oh, I'm having this stupid machine.
It's
Here we
gotta
go.
be something's
Right.
gone wrong then if the numbers are jumping up like that.
But no, they did say that despite the fact we seem to be plateauing, is the information they're getting is delayed. It's not an easy thing to get all the information in one day. So some of the stuff is coming in a few days or a week behind. So it will continue to climb until the numbers start getting in better. Mower a couple days ago, snowed yesterday. Got more coming tonight. Oh my lord, snow.
Where?
America.
Wow. I mean, here I've got clear skies and warm sunshine out there.
It's picked up. It's not been as good. I wasn't cut my grass again today, but I thought I'd leave it for about a week. Because do you know it's not growing like it did last year, isn't it? The spring grass has not come through yet.
No,
in my opinion, not down here it ain't. So I'm gonna leave mine.
It's been a bit drier than what it has before, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave mine another week before I cut mine. I need to get my hater in for a service. Bring my own mower in and get that serviced up in a couple of days.
Yeah, I know someone near you that can do it for you.
Oh.
You know what?
I said I know someone near you that can do it for you.
What's that? Spot?
That's what he just said.
Hang on.
That's the stupid computer. I hate this one because I'm bloody adverts. I hate them adverts. Why won't you just stay up weird? It's there. It says there.
You got a virus.
No, I ain't got a virus. It's just the police stupid adverts. It's on the actual website. It says there 870 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. So it says
What's some more? What's some more?
800 what? 874.
870 deaths. 1,400 almost 1,400 deaths. So
870.
Yeah.
So we're up 100. We're up by 109.
Yeah. So
we haven't had the peak yet. No, you're right, Edward. We haven't had the peak yet. We're delaying the peak. That's the thing. People start to see the numbers starting to plateau and think that's the peak.
Yeah.
It ain't.
No.
I mean, if you look at the graphs of what America's going through at the moment, America are just skyrocketing.
Straight up in the air. There was a problem that was in the other day in our local town. Apparently, a nurse has found somebody that had no food, nothing given to him, and told to stay indoors. Had no family, and the nurse found him literally eating a pack of biscuits and literally drinking water because he can't get hold of anybody. He had no internet, no mobile phone, and no one checked on him. So yeah.
Tommy says in the Isle of Man we've got 254 that has it, and 25 in hospital in the Isle of Man.
Ooh, ouch. It's
We
a bit of an
gotta think of,
island.
Mick, the size of America to what Britain is, mate.
Yeah.
It's going to be more in it, really.
No, of course. You know, which is just as detrimental, you know, as us. You know, we're in a small little island in the grand scheme of things, but we're still nearly 1,000 people a day we're losing. It's crazy. Overcast here and warm. Dirt Rider. We're supposed to get 3 to 6 inches of snow. Apparently, Dirt Rider.
You can keep the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff for snow. Ben's granddad, wall-to-wall sunshine here in Bedfordshire. Lovely. We had that here yesterday. We had lovely weather here yesterday. Riley boy, he's gone back indoors, going to annoy his mum. It's pouring with rain here in Florida. We really need it though. Yeah, I think everyone does need the old rain. Lots of places have been sort of dried out. We've been dried out. I've had to contract my grass cutting out because I can't. All the tips are all shut. over here. I expect they are your way as well. All the tips are shut, so I can't get rid of my grass. So
don't they have green bins?
We have brown bins down here, Roy, but the collection, I don't know if they've stopped it or if they're just so far behind. It should have been emptied last week. My bin's full up, and that's normally what I use on a rolling fortnightly basis. Mine's been out over a week now, waiting to be emptied, and yet as of yet they've not showed up.
Yeah, the recycling is not around here anymore. It's just the main bins only.
Well, they're doing the brown bins round here with all the grass.
Yeah, not around here, not Roy. Well, they are apparently. I need to ring my sister up. Apparently, they are doing it.
Not in
But
Sheffield.
oh, not in Sheffield. Okay, but it's just delayed apparently. So no doubt they will do it at some point.
Well, we have to pay for it though. Our brown bins to be collected.
Yeah, so do we. I think we pay £5 a fortnight.
Whereas it's £36 a year.
That must be about right. Flooded 3 months ago. Now it's dry. Can't bloody win. No, exactly. Edward Thomas. It's always away. It's always away, mate. Isn't it? It's all to do with the yin and the yang. It's all to do with the yin and the yang and what have you. So I'm picking one out today, Roy. It ain't nothing special. It's just nothing about the moment. All I'm picking up today is that puppy.
What was that? Plastic, that one?
Yeah, little plastic Tesco's job. I think it's Tesco's. Yeah. Tesco's. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that one the other day. I said they didn't come back to me.
There's just nothing about. There's just absolutely nothing about. Keep looking, but there's nothing there. Oh, Tommy wants to come off the Isle of Man. Since he's connected. There's Tommy. There he is. Oh, Tommy.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good, brother. Pretty good.
I finally did it. I've been trying for ages to get on this.
What's the matter, then?
Me and technology just don't get on at all.
Well, you've done all right. You've got on here and you've not managed to put a panda face on you or any sort of ears or noses on you. Look all right.
I'm still working away here, so.
So where are you? Are you on the Isle of Man?
Yeah, I'm on the Isle of Man. I'm maintenance manager of a hotel, and we have elderly in here up to 93, disabled people. So they class me as a key worker. So,
cool.
So my work just keeps going.
Well,
is that your workshop you got there? Is it, Tommy?
Yeah, it's just a lockup, and I picked up well, as Mick knows, I picked up an Izzy mower here, but the deck is a bit wrecked. Can you see it?
Yeah, they all do, mate. They all do. Yeah, they all do wreck, don't they?
Yeah, and I picked up a Ryobi strimmer for 20 quid. So,
is that a Ryobi 2-stroke or 4-stroke?
It's a 4-stroke.
All right. Okay.
Oh no, sorry, it's not. It's a 2-stroke.
Don't do it.
No, it's a 2-stroke. Sorry. No, it's this is something that I'm just getting into now. I've got a man shed and I'm getting a few in, and I don't particularly make any money on them. I just kind of whatever I fix them for, I give them out for. So,
man shed.
Okay, cool.
Man shed.
You know,
you could turn it into a house.
I've got a Honda Izzy on steroids. I'll go and get it. I'll show you.
I've got a friend who lives near Isle of where you are, Isle of Man. Big Clive.
Oh, have you?
Big Clive.
Yes, Edward, they must have done.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
he's a YouTuber.
Give us a little tour of your workshop there, mate. That is absolutely.
It's not really. It's just an area I have. You know,
at work?
It's quite big and there's a lot in it, but I've got another shed. And I'm all solar power in there, so which is quite good.
Look at that. Honda Izzy on steroids.
Oh, wow.
536.
You see, yeah. This is a HRD 165 Series 3, I think. But it's just trying. It's knowing what to sort of put them out. The way I look at it, the engine's good. It's got a back box. If I buy a deck for it, it's about 120 quid. It's whether I can sort of, somebody would pay that sort of money for it.
Well, I've got a video coming out in about, you have to wait for it.
Give it away, Nick.
I just
Well, it is. They're sort of queued up, Roy. I've got a video coming out. When can I release it? That one there first, that one, then that one. It should be out in about a week. I've done a Honda Izzy complete deck transfer from a rusted old beaten up deck to a brand spanking brand new deck. And it looks £1 million.
Yeah, but if you were to sell that, can you get the money back or easy enough?
Yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, that people down this neck of the woods, they're asking for a beaten up, blown up Honda Izzy with deck absolutely trashed. They're asking 40 quid for it, right?
Wow.
Right.
Because it's got the Honda engine on top.
It's
I mean, a decent Izzy, a real good one, second hand, self-propelled, should go for around about 220. Should do.
Right. Right.
But if you're gonna offer out an Izzy with a brand spanking new deck, you should be right up there with it as well.
Right. I mean, like everything else is good. It's a self-drive and it all works perfect. It's just the deck. It's just full of holes. I did look to see if I could cut that out and weld it. And I'm thinking it's just more time to sort of work on it than put a new deck on it and get it gone.
Well, a customer that I did mine for, he bought the deck after I'd asked him, does he want me to order it for him? He said, no. I said, I'll do it. It's okay. So he bought it. Yeah. He turned up with it. He said, can you hammer right at the bottom for me? So I hammer right at the bottom. And then when I hammer righted it, he bought his lawnmower around and I thought, no, that don't look right. And the deck that he'd bought was a 16-inch. And his mower was a 16-inch or something. No, the mower he had was a 17-inch and he bought a 16-inch deck.
Right.
And I couldn't return it because I'd painted it. So I had to then go on the scurry for a 16-inch blown up Honda or blown up deck, which I found one. I think I got it for 40 quid. And since then done a deck swap. So it's cost him £115, £112 for a brand new Izzy deck. And then it cost him another 40 quid for the donor lawnmower. Had he bought the right one, he would have done a complete engine swap, what have you, for about 120 quid plus labour. Right.
Yeah, I mean that's I'm lucky at the minute. Only the fact that if I get sort of a mower from the amenity site and say I spend £5 on it or something like that, £5-6, I generally let them have it at that.
Okay, cool.
But eventually, I would like to do something a bit more. I'm 58 years old now, so I would like to sort of, and if I retire in, say, 5 years, I'd like to do something like that after.
Well, I mean, as long as you put your heart and soul into it, your labour should be free of charge when you're working on your own stuff and working on projects.
Yes,
there is definitely some good money to be had. I've made already this year. This has been the worst year to date, definitely. But I have made some good money. But at the moment, it's just due to the old virus. It's just dropped right out the seat of the pants. It's just fallen. So I'm not expecting to do many more this season unless something quickly changes around. But even so, if you can get,
I've got a Westwood ride-on mower on at the moment, so I'm kind of stripping that And to be honest, it's 1995. It's in good condition, but it's a labor of love. You're never going to get your money back on that, you know.
No, exactly.
But at the same time, I do like to see it all correct.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I have done a couple of fixes that are probably not as per what Briggs and Stratton would recommend and what have you. But that's what I do. I'm actually saving lawnmowers. I'm repairing them and recycling them. So if I've got to do a bit of a workaround fix to get it to run or to sit right or whatever, then that's what I do. Because sometimes it's just not possible to get the parts you need. I had one come in the other day. Right, Roy?
Yeah. Enjoying his crisp.
Hello, mate. As long as you are, mate. I had one come in the other day, and the deck is absolutely brilliant. The engine's absolutely bang on, but the two holes that the engine bolts onto, or 2 out of the 3, were blown out. So technically, that deck is no good. It's no good for nothing.
You see,
what I've done was...
Oh, go on, sorry.
What I'd done was I actually got an old Mountfield deck up the top, and I got a big plate, and I drew round the deck where the holes are, cut that out with a grinder, and then cut the centre out. So now I've got this bit here, look. Here's my template, my halo.
Have to recall you cut and tuck, Mick, I think.
But I cut that out, and then I slipped that up inside the deck, put the engine on top, and rebolted it through the deck template.
Yes.
Which is made out of 3mm thick steel, and bolted it to it. Now, is that wrong, or has that just saved that lawnmower? That engine ain't going nowhere. It's now got a big metal washer gone up inside, and with the standard engine washers on it as well. It's a fix.
Well, I think that's old school, isn't it? Is that we fix things.
Yeah.
We don't buy new ones. We fix them if at all possible. And I think that's the greatest thing. And I think there is a great demand for second-hand lawnmowers out there. How many you would get rid of on the Isle of Man, I'm not so sure. Because there's a lot of machines coming out now, and they're so cheap, that you just can't touch them. I mean, I got one the other way a couple of years ago, Briggs and Stratton, biking, and it's never missed a beat. And I think I paid 250 quid for it.
Yeah.
So there is a lot cheaper modes on the market there, and sometimes it is a labor of love. Definitely, whether you get your money back, I don't know.
All right, Matt, Andrew, hi.
The good thing is with it is that because you're doing it for labour and love, and I don't think I overpriced my lawnmowers. I really honestly don't. And when people say I got it up for so much and say, "Oh, will you take so and so for?" I'm like, no, because it's fairly priced anyway. And plus a lot of the stuff that I do is all fully serviced. All of it. So I don't tend to drop my prices at all if I can help it. And they say, well, I can buy a brand new lawnmower out of Lidl for 140 quid. And then go and do that. Go and buy yourself a nice Chinese copy Honda wannabe engine. And when it won't start next season, there's my card. Feel free to come and knock on my door.
Yeah.
Well, there is that. Yeah. I mean, where I've got another shed, and that one's all solar in there. I've got 7 allotments, and so there's always people wanting lawnmowers around there. They don't particularly want a really expensive. They want something that they can cut the grass and leave it to one side till next year and do it again. That's the type they want. Yeah. They don't want them looking pretty.
No, definitely. I mean, definitely. I have the same customer base down here, but there is also the element is if you spray it and hit it with a bit of lacquer and polish it up, people are like magpies and they will go to the shiniest one. It's a bit like going to a rowboat lake to hire a boat out, and they say, "Give us your fastest one." People are like that. So, there's many different types of customers. Some customers literally, someone bought a Tecumseh off of me, a Tecumseh lawnmower. I got it going. It's a bit of a pickle to start. I did say it fires and starts on about the 6th pull, which would put most people off. But I think I let it go for like 40 quid. It owed me nothing. I picked it up and I did a carburetor clean, so I let it go for 40 quid because I wanted to see the back of it. And the bloke texted me back saying it's a great mower. Thanks very much. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. I probably made about 30 quid on it, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas this one here,
I'll say that one that Will Higgs is talking about. I mean, every mower's worth fixing if it can be fixed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So, what would you put that up for then, Roy?
What that one there?
Yeah, it's a 21-inch cut Honda HRG 536C.
Are you going to do the deck up a little bit, or are you just going to leave it as it is?
Do you know what? I wasn't going to.
Right. Okay. So then, I don't know. You should get at least 2 for that.
Well, I've got it up for 2.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's up. It's up for 200 quid as is.
Mm.
But if I was to do the deck on it, inside and out, I'd want 250.
Yeah. I mean, if you're off at 180, I'd take it if it's still.
I'd take 150. I'd take 150 on that all day long.
Oh, that's fair enough then. Yeah.
All day long, but and this is just a thing. Is it worth actually painting it all up just to wait for that customer who likes something shiny, or do you just wait for a customer who just wants something just to cut their grass, but can purely see that a Honda engine on top of a nice big 21-inch deck mower is fun to go for.
You see, that's the dilemma I'm in, isn't it? It's whether I spend out for a new deck or try and weld this one.
Is it for yourself?
Yeah, exactly that.
No, it's not for myself. No.
Oh, okay.
I got these 2 in. My wife advertised them. Advertised me wanting mowers. And anyway, these people rang up and said, so I got the 2 of them for 20 quid.
Oh, I'm bad.
Yeah.
You know.
So have they both got holes in?
Someone. Well,
yeah.
For me, if it's an Izzy, I would pay out for brand new decks. I would, because it's going to take you how long? It's going to take you 2 hours to take the engine off, change the axles over, put the back flap on, and have it done. Should take about 2 to 3 hours.
Yes.
Which again is a labour of love. So technically, you only want the mower come to you free. I take it free to collector.
No, the mower was and the Ryobi strimmer with all the attachments was £20.
Okay. So yeah, I mean 20 quid. I'll be looking if that was mine. I'll be looking to bump that Izzy out at around about 220, 240 quid.
You see, the way I thought about it when I went to see about it, I thought if I had to do that, say I sold this Ryobi for 60 or 70 quid, then it's definitely in the money, then, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, definitely. If you sold that,
but you won't. Go on, Roy.
I was going to say if you sold that for 60, 70 quid, you're in profit already. It doesn't matter, does it?
Well, that's right. It's just whether you spend that on it. Yeah.
And this is why I like buying job lots. The bigger the job lot, the better. I like buying like 30 mowers in one go because you can get them so cheap, and you've only got to sell 2 to get your money back. And then I don't mind then selling mowers for 20, 30 quid just to get rid of them to get the new stock in. I don't like buying.
See, we don't get that on the Isle of Man.
People love it.
So all that job
we don't
really
get that on the Isle of Man. If I bought a job lot on the internet, then I've got to get somebody to pick them up. Then they've got to put it on the boat, and then they've got to bring it over. So it's a bit different for me.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that job lot I got for 10 quid. It's free mowers and all those spares, 2 spare engines. I did 1 mower up. Yeah, that went for 75 quid. So that's profit straight away. Somebody needed a cable. I sold someone a cable and fitted it, and that was 15 quid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out that. And there was someone else, which I've replaced an engine for them, and that was 80 quid.
You see, I don't have the same sort of things that you have. It's because that 70-mile stretch of water, getting things over on the boat is very expensive. You know, so I have to deal with just what's around here.
Do you have main dealers over there?
Yes, we do. And I've kind of been taught. I know them quite well, them boys, because you know they order things for me or what have you. But I'm going to sit down and have a pint with them one night and see if I can nail them down to some things. You know,
see if they got any old junk stuff that you can get off of them cheap.
Yeah. I mean, it's at the moment I'm only playing with this really, you know. And hello.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Carry on.
At the moment,
I can hear you, buddy. I can hear you.
All right. At the moment, I'm just sort of doing this just as a hobby, you know, really. And I think if I can sort of take to it all and I'm okay with it, then I'll sort of look to sort of get more mowers in and things like that. I figure you need to have quite a few mowers to get the parts. You've got to take a few bad ones to get some good ones.
Oh yeah, all day long.
And
like I said before, never look a gift face horse in the face. You know what I mean? I picked up 2 mowers for nothing, but they were identical. One had no compression, one had a blown deck. Put them both together, I've now got a perfectly good working Honda engine and mower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got 2 Izzies. I've got one for nothing, and they both got big holes in them.
I'm not proud. I'm not proud just take a lawnmower in that's fallen to bits just to get the back axle out of it.
Yes, yeah. No, I mean, it's certainly worth doing that because when you look at the prices of buying these things, they're not cheap and they all add up. You know, if you had to buy diaphragms and maybe...
Go on, buddy.
Yeah, if you have to buy sort of diaphragms and plugs and this, that, you know, it's not long before you spent maybe £40 just trying to get this one thing going. So
definitely, you know, but then that's where you got to decide how you're different you're going to be and how you're going to stand out from the rest. Lots of people I know don't service the mowers. Literally, they get them in, they get them running. If it wants a new plug, it'll have it. If it wants a filter, it'll have it. But 9 times out of 10, if they can just get it to run, they out it. But I like to put a full service on mine because then it sort of says you have gone that extra mile, you know.
But then that goes on the price.
Of course, but we all know how much the parts costs for a service, don't we?
Yes.
You know, and would you service your own lawnmower or would you pay for a lawnmower shop to service it for you?
Oh well, I think I do my own.
So then we understand the true value of how much it actually costs to service a lawnmower. And when you say it's been serviced and you put the price on top, it's not actually that much, is it?
Listen, I've even had things serviced by companies and they put second-hand stuff on and charge me full.
Yeah. I've seen that. In fact, I had a lawnmower come in just the other day, fully serviced by a lawnmower shop quite near me, and he was using copied filters, which I use. I use copied filters too. I'm not saying I don't, so I do. And he also had a copy plug, which is it was a cheap plug, you know. And they pulled this person's trousers down on a service, and they, you know, for what they charged him, they should have been using genuine parts. Should have. And they clearly weren't.
You just didn't want to say the word. Was it a torch plug by any chance, Mick?
No, it actually wasn't Roy. It actually wasn't Roy. It was a B&Q jobby.
Oh,
it was a B&Q jobby.
Yeah, you showed the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, and they charged him £180 for a service. £180 on a Briggs and Stratton service on a 450E.
Oh, I wish I could get that. Oh, what mower?
And they can't even put in a genuine Briggs and Stratton filter in it.
Wow.
Blimey.
That's shocking.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's
It's
probably why we're cheaper, because we use some copy parts like filters and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, filters, it's a bit of foam. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter.
I like Gunner's workshop.
So,
well,
I think I spent most of my life looking at them foam ones.
I use the same as you, right?
Yeah,
I use these
mine
old.
come like that.
I use the old filters from Wuhan. You just push the old centre bit out,
That's it.
and away you go. You know, and I think they retail at around about £2 each by the time you break them down. Less than that, even some places.
Well, I've got mine cheaper than that.
There you go.
Mine work out about 49p each.
But a genuine costs you about £3.50 in places.
Amazon, I've seen them for £4.50.
So it all depends. Hello, Graham's Workshop. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you.
Yeah, Mark's had a
Okay,
haircut.
gents, I'm going to have to go back to work now. So nice to see you all.
Yeah, you
so
take
Yeah,
them, mate.
nice to see you, buddy. Look after
All
you.
the best.
Take it easy, buddy boy. See you soon. Well, we have another little person just sneaked her little bottom in the old chat, and there's little Paige. Paige has not been about for a little while. How you doing, Paige? Nice to see you, honey. I know you haven't been about for a little while, girl. Nice to see you.
Mark, have you managed to have a haircut?
At all. Dubbers.
Who done it?
Partner.
Oh, you never paid her.
Hey? Your partner? Who's that? Who's a partner? I never heard about this.
Me nurse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hasn't Mark told you his name?
No. The last I heard, he bust up with his missus. He got a new job. He got coronavirus. That's where I am.
Yeah.
Who's the nurse?
The girl that was looking after me.
So whilst you were on your deathbed with coronavirus of a temperature of about 146 degrees centipede, you was actually oh my lord, you've even got the outfit as well. I know. I tell you something, Mark. Right, my missus is a nurse too. Right, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
High five.
Definitely. Got some parts for you. If you want them.
Have you had a bed bath yet?
I said I've got some parts for you. I'm taking a strimmer engine to pieces.
All right.
Huh? What are you taking apart?
Strimmer.
What do you mean you found it? You mean you stole it?
Ah.
No. The strimmer was dumped when I was taking the dogs for a walk.
Turn it around the other side. And again. That's it. That's exactly the same one I had on that chainsaw, Mick. Not chainsaw. No,
just one of them.
You know that hedge trimmer where I said I had to go underneath to try and adjust it.
Has it got adjustment valves on it, Mark?
It's just got the one. Exactly the
Got
same
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now turn it out. You see where the silver bit is? Silver bit. See the silver bit? Yes. Just spin it round. Keep going. Keep going round.
The other way. That's it.
Whoa, there. Whoa. There's a valve in the centre there. See that flat-headed screw?
You got to take the rubber out of it.
The other valve's in there. That's where the other valve is. Hidden adjusters, Ken. Well done, mate. You played attention. Well done, mate. Yeah. They're the ones with hidden adjusters.
I found this. Taking a dog for a walk.
Taking the dog for a walk?
You took the dog for a walk?
What, with your nurse?
No, my mum's dog. Not my dog. I've not got a dog.
So anyway, what's the nurse's name?
Marie.
Oh my lord! I wondered when you'd be coming up here. I've not seen you for about 3 weeks. Where you been? Where have you been? I can see you down there. Where have you been?
Who?
You don't wait here. He's been drunk. Hello, buddy.
Oh my
Hello.
God.
Stranger.
Here he is.
Hey, gang.
Hey, Zip. Where the blinking hell have you been?
The computer's not been on. I've been just a busy bee taking care of other stuff.
Not seen you for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, we've got a cold snap going right now, and that cold snap's put me back in the house instead of being out taking care of yard work and stuff like that. So, howdy do, Pete. Howdy, Brandon. Hi, everybody in the chat.
Hello, Zippo.
Howdy,
So how
Sparky.
have you been keeping?
Huh?
Yeah, even Brandon says, long time no see, Zip.
Well, I know. Howdy, Dirt Rider. Howdy, Ken. I know, and I apologize. I've been busy. Just been busy.
I mean, I hate to put it on you, right? But even Bruce has been more of a regular on my show than you have at the moment.
How is Mrs. Zip?
Sorry, bro.
How is
Sorry,
Mrs.
bro.
Zip?
Miss Zippo's doing great. She's still working. She does medical billing in a separate site, so she's nowhere near patients or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they've gone. There's 45 people that work there in the billing office, and 25 of them have taken a voluntary layoff. She is still working. She's working 6 hours and 45 minutes a day, but the owner is still paying 8 hours out every day. So, and skeleton crew, there's 2 shifts now instead of just one. So it's 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 1:15 p.m. to 8 p.m. And everyone is to go in their office, stay in their office unless they have to use the bathroom, and keep their hand sanitizer on them, keep everything sanitized. And every Saturday, the owner brings in a sanitation crew that is cleaning the entire building, top to bottom, front to back, to help keep everybody healthy. So,
yeah. Ken Small Engine says, "We love Bruce."
Oh yeah, everybody loves Bruce.
That's how long you've been away. And
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin says, "You're going to go on Mixed List now, Zippo."
Yeah.
Anyway, whilst I have got you up here,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, you're both very, very welcome.
Much. I'll tell you something. This is without a doubt, the best torch I've ever had.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean,
Have
it's
you seen this, Roy?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not blowing myself up.
No.
Not like sticking.
No.
Not
I never,
like
Mick, I never got one.
Obviously, you weren't on Zippo's list. So
Well,
I'm a mate of Zippo.
It started out. It went. The way that it was happening was Sparky got a hold of me. He was wanting one, and I was able to get a couple of them on sale. And when I grabbed the pair, I knew that I was going to send one to Mick and one to Sparky. And with everything that's going on, I told Sparky wanted to buy one and pay for shipping and everything. And I said, don't worry about it. And he said, well, I'm going to pay you as soon as the bank opens up. The missus will go out and get you and get it taken care of. But yeah, give me just a second, Ken, and I'll put a link over there. But anyway,
yeah, somebody else on was it on my video? I think they commented on your comment, Zip. They want a link to it as well.
Okay, all right. Give me just a second here. I will.
It is the
I still ain't got your sticker yet, Zippo.
No, I got it here, Roy. I haven't sent it out because of coronavirus. It's here. I've got them all here. I've got them here.
Yeah,
it's
Roy.
on the list.
Yeah, I sent it to Mick, Roy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all here. It's all here, babe. Don't panic. I'm just waiting for everything to calm
take
down.
That back, Zippo.
I think I've got something from Lucky 7 for you as well, Roy. It's all here, mate. It's all here.
All right.
So Zippo sent me this little torch, which takes an 18650 battery in the back of it. Right. I think it's in there. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 18650 battery.
Yeah.
Which I use for vaping as well. So I've got a charger and all that sort of caper for it. Right. That's cool. So it comes with this quick release doodad. That goes on there. Right, bomb, torch, straight away. Okay. And, yeah, bright. Oh, it's bright. It's proper bright. I'm not even joking. Right? So it's got that, right? Then, that comes off.
Yeah.
Bomb, that goes on. Right.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that you can hang it up, or it's got a magnet in it, so you can magnetize it as well. It stick onto a magnet as well.
Yeah.
And it does that, right? And does that.
Yeah.
Right. So you can put it anywhere you like. Okay. Then
does it vibrate?
No. Then it's got this one. I get it right inside your engines and what have you.
Yeah. I saw that coming out your ear hole, then.
I know. If you put it in, it goes all the way through.
Yeah.
And out the other side.
Yeah.
They've got that, and then also a little clip on it as well. So you can clip that on without damaging the button. So you can clip it on, and that's also magnetized as well. So you can have it laying down like that or whatever. Do you know what? Such a versatile little torch. That's a bit I like, because you get right inside cylinder heads or down the side of something. You get right in there and have a right proper look.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant.
That'd be good for when you're doing the axles, trying to look inside them.
I was doing the Suffolk Punch the other day, and I had the drive chain guard off, and I was looking at the bearing on the back spindle, and literally go all the way down the back with it, right down the bottom. But you can't get to that without taking it all out, and you can see right inside it. Lovely, without a doubt, brilliant bit of kit. I love mine. I've used it a lot. It's even replaced my Bruce Pinder one. Bruce Pinder's got this one, but I copied off of him, and that's a good torch without a doubt. But it's just restricted. That's it. That's all we got. You've got nothing else. And when you put it up, on something, you don't have that ability. Unlike this one, you can put it up on something, and then you can turn it on, and then you can bring it to whatever angle you want to get it to suit to where. Without a doubt, it's a brilliant torch. It's a really good torch. I love mine. I've used it a load.
You got a question there, Mick, from Michael Clinton.
He also say.
He says, "Hi, all. I'm thinking about buying a hedge trimmer. What would be the best one to buy? Thanks.
One that works.
Yeah, well, one that works. Yeah, but it also depends if it's just going to be a house one for your own use. It's going to be used every now and then, or commercially.
It's the same. It's the same old question, isn't it? It's the same old question. I don't mean that as a boring question. It's the same old thing. It all depends how much you're going to use it, like Roy says. To what degree is it going to be used just for your own garden, or for commercial use, or semi-commercial, or just a bit of old jobbing? Is it going to be used up on a ladder? You know, are you going to go against a pole saw, a pole trimmer, or a long reach or short reach? I got this one. This is what I got. Let me show you what I got. Here it is. Pound for pound for your own garden use, I use this. This is a McCulloch.
Yeah,
which is Husqvarna, super light. I wouldn't say so. 4528. I got this probably last season. I did a video on it, and just for my own house use, absolutely brilliant. I fired it up probably about 3 weeks ago. Prime it, turn it on, give it some of that. Fire straight up. Without a doubt, really good trimmer. You can get them brand new, about 145 quid, second hand, anywhere from 50 to 80.
Yeah.
So it all depends what you want to do with it.
So
That's
that
what I would
answers
say.
your question.
Innit? I've got a Kawasaki over there, which is, they say it's commercial, but I don't think it is. The reason I say it's not commercial is because it hasn't got a long enough bar on it. But lots of people would say, get a steel. An Echo is a very good trimmer. Again, I like the Echoes. I like the Husqvarna short reach. Once a month short reach. I'll just get a little home light use one in like McCulloch. That's what I do once a month.
Yeah.
I just realized that
and also
take my clothes.
My rifle was in the video. My rifle was in the picture.
Yeah, get one that's get one that could also be serviced easily as well. That's the thing.
My bang bang was my bang bang was in the video.
Yeah. I've got new cameras in.
Oh, you got a new camera?
I've got that's it.
Oh, right on.
GoPro Hero 7 Black.
Was it?
Which one
GoPro,
is it?
what, Mick?
That's a 7 Black.
7 Black.
What's the thing at the bottom?
Yeah, I've got a new camera. I've got a case for it to put a battery mic in it. I'm gonna have a battery mic, wireless mic attached to it. It's got an LED light on the bottom, so that you can, when you're doing close-up stuff, you can illuminate what it is you're working on.
Yep.
Which is quite cool.
Yeah, give me just a second. No. I've got the Hero 5, Hero 7 Black, and Hero 8 Black, and I don't like the Hero 8 Black as much as I do the 7 because I'll show you.
They are saying that, mate.
Yeah, I'll show you why.
Yeah, they're not cheap, not either, those Hero 8 Blacks, are they?
No, they're not.
The
7,
I picked that one up off of eBay. It comes with a multitude of bits and pieces, 200 quid.
Ain't bad.
Yeah.
Is that one got a zoom button in it, so you can? I think it's 2 or 3 zooms you can do.
On the loads of zooms, it goes right in, but you can't use the zoom whilst you're recording, unless I have heard you can do it via a phone app. I have heard.
Oh, okay.
Via Bluetooth or whatever it is. I've seen a GoPro 7 Silver. Never heard of it. Any good? No idea, Rumpel.
The GoPro.
The 7 Silver, no, do not get the 7 Silver.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's
Is that
really
the one?
limited.
Is that the one with the built-in battery?
It's the one with the built-in battery, yes.
Yeah, mine's got a built-in battery.
Yeah.
So what I now do with mine at the moment, Roy, because I've only got one battery for it, is I just literally plug in my power bank. I just mask that to the boom, and I'll just run that off a trickle charge off a power bank.
All right.
That's
Just
what I do.
keep it plugged in all the time.
Lasts about 6 hours.
That's good then.
Come out of there.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
I know, I heard that.
So that's the final total then. That at the bottom, what you just said.
What's that?
861 confirmed today.
What's that, sorry?
How many?
861, and the MPs on the TV now discussing it. 861.
So it's confirmed.
So that's up by
100
and that's up by 170 then.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Go on, Zip. What you got, bruv? Here we go.
That's the Hero 5.
Mm.
And the microphones are not great on it. So I had to go out and invest in this microphone. And this microphone is battery powered, and it has a 220 degree. It has a twin microphone in there that gives you 220 degrees of sound reception. Because I was having a real hard time not just facing the camera all the time because I'd be working. So then I've got anodized aluminum case that holds it. This is my Hero 7, and this is my setup, and then I've got external lights that I use whenever I'm lighting stuff up. In fact, this is the light that I use most often. It's also a Braun, and it's I won't shine it in the.
Yeah.
But
Blimey, that's
it's
fine.
stupid bright.
Blimey.
But I use that when I'm doing my live streams and when I'm out working in the shop and need to have pinpoint light. But this was my setup for a little over a year, and then the 8 came out, and I had the GoPro Session, the little 1-inch cube camera.
Yeah.
And they were offering $100 off on the 8 if you sent them in another any camera. So I sent my Hero Session in and got $100 off and wound up picking this up. But what I do not like about this one right here is there's on these there are 2 doors. There's a door on the bottom.
Yeah, and one on the side. Yeah.
There's a door on the bottom, like your 7, to take the battery and SD card out. And then you have a separate door on the side that allows you to plug in your microphone or plug in, a power source to keep it powered up or whatever.
Yeah.
The Hero 8 only has 1 door, and it's right here on the side. You can pop that off. But then your battery is just hanging out, and your battery's doing... I've had it where I've had it set up like that with this microphone, and the battery will just inch its way out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All the covers pop off. Right. Yeah. But the 8 only has the 1 door, and that's where everything is. The battery, the SD card, and your USB-C connector are all in that door.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So when you take that door off to hook a power source, external power source, or your microphone in,
your batteries. Yeah.
The battery will fall out, and it doesn't take much for that battery. Just that little tap I did, the battery's disconnected. Really poor design. Am I sorry that I got it? No, because the audio is great, and I don't have to use my microphone, so I can keep the door on. But I hope that they are listening, that GoPro is listening to everybody about them. And hey, Pate! And I just hope that they fix that they get rid of that. But yeah,
I'm hearing lots of reviews about the 7 versus the 8, and lots of people are saying they wish they'd stayed with the 7 and not even purchased the 8.
Right.
But what I'm doing with mine Zip is I'm following Martin Butler's lead, and he uses this little device, which I'll show you, which I've purchased. It's on its way. Comes up. Oh, there it is. Where did I put it? Up here. I'm using that device there.
Right. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, it's a wireless microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one clips to the top of your camera case. Yeah, and it just connects with a wire from here into a transformer, and then into your camera. And then this device you take with you, you clip it to your neck or wherever, and then you can be anywhere up to about 200 feet away, and you're still getting fantastic sound through that little tiny device. That's what I'm using.
How much is that, Nick?
Yeah, and I wish that they had that.
Say again.
I wish they had that when I got my 5, because I got my 5, and then I spent less on my Hero 5 than I did this silly microphone. This microphone was over $300.
That bit of kit, Roy. I think that bit of kit.
It's like $199, isn't it? US.
Yeah, it's about $200, and it's about $180, $150 in the UK. You can get it for.
Right.
What the microphone?
The microphone and transformer, but like I say, if you're for someone like you, Roy, if you're just working in your shed, what Zippo's got or something very similar would be ideal. But if you are working like I do, I go out in the garden, I spend a bit of time out there and mooching about. I can be right up in my other shed and still talk to the camera. Someone just said, Toby, Mick, what do you do or what do you use to get rid of the oil from your mowers? I got a big oil extractor, which lots of people now have.
Yeah,
There's
I've got one as well.
just there. Holds about 9 litres, I think it does. 9 litres of oil, and you just pump it by hand, and out it comes. I mean, when it's full up, you just disconnect the pipe of it and take it down to your local recycling centre, and away you go, and you can empty it straight out. Mr. Briggs is in the house. How you doing?
Mick will be back in a minute.
Walmart.
Toby, to get one, just do an internet search for
oil extraction pump.
Yeah, fluid extraction. Oil slurper, Pete said. Pete said oil slurper.
Oil or fluid extraction pump. They're on eBay. They were expensive, but you can get many different forms. Amazon or eBay do them. You can get a 1 litre one. You can get a 15 litre one. It all depends on how much oil you're going to get out of it. If it's just doing your own stuff, just get the 1 litre, because don't forget, a lawnmower only generally holds about 5 ml of oil. So I use 9 litres because I service about 10 lawnmowers a week. You know what I mean? So just get what you need.
Until they overflow them with oil.
Will they fit? Will they fit? So what you do is, let me show you, Tobes. What you get is you get 2 or 3 connections with it.
You can put it down. You can put different fitting on the end of it and put it into the oil pan where you would add oil, or in the fill dipstick tube.
So it comes with that one, which is quite thick, which you can use for a car. You can use for a car. That's quite thick. I use that one for a lawnmower.
No, Brandon.
Or you get a solid copper one as well. So it comes about 4 different sizes to it.
Yeah, Brandon asked, have I tried the metal tank? And I have not.
I know that Pate's Performance, he's got an all singing, all dancing electric version, but that's because he's from Long Island and he's posh.
I do have a fluid extractor, but it's one of those old-fashioned ones that looks like a grease gun. It's a metal barrel with a hose on it, and just pull that back. It doesn't work worth a hoot.
That's called social distance oil change.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Mr. Pate's Performance says, Mr. Briggs, don't forget to pick up the brake chamber you left on the side of the road.
Oops.
I didn't leave nothing. Someone changed it for me. That's their job.
Oh, I forgot about that. I do have a 12-volt electric fluid extractor too, which is just brilliant. It's got 2 hoses on it. One goes into where you want to pull the fluid out. One is you put in the container you're transferring the fluid to. And I use that whenever I'm doing transmission on my trucks, when I'm changing the filter and checking the pan gasket and checking my valve body and everything. I'll use that just right down the transmission dipstick tube and pull most of the oil out so I can do a flush.
Yeah.
That little electric one, and it was only like $15 just for a little 12-volt flip the switch.
But Jason from Pate says that he's got a good alternative, makes an electric pump for less than $20.
Right. Yeah, $15 is all I paid for mine, and it's noisy, but it works. So
yeah, it all depends on user friendly. It depends what you want to do. If not, just get a washing up bowl and just tip the lawnmower up on its side. It's done. You know what I mean? Then you've got to move it somewhere else. That's the issue. So that's why I bought that big one, 9 litres. It's not too big. So when it's full up, you just put it in the back of your car, strap it down so it don't go nowhere, down to the tip it out, come back, done. Are the cheap ones no good? It all depends. You know, if you buy cheap, don't expect it to last. If you buy expensive, you can get some sort of guarantee, and you know that's the same with anything. If you buy cheap, you'll get cheap. You know, if you pay peanuts, you only get monkeys. Is what it is. You know, same thing.
Yeah.
I've had mine for about 8 years.
Keep safe.
I've had mine for about 8 years, and it works fine.
I've had mine for I've had mine for just over a year now, 1 year and 3 months, and it's worked absolutely flawlessly. And I think you can still get the O-rings as well for it. So it's only air pressurized. It's just a question if the O-rings go, put new rings on it.
It's like a vacuum. All this is basically a bicycle pump.
Right. Yeah. It's just
Exactly
a vacuum.
That's all it is. It's just a vacuum pump. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I'm still using this camera, Mick.
Is it a Hero
I
4
bought one.
No,
I got
no,
mine
it's-
at Harper
it's-
Freight for
it's-
like $89.
That's a Hero
That's-
Plus.
Plus, yeah.
It's an old one.
Hero Plus.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what it's got on it. Hero Plus, yeah.
Oh yes, it's Hero.
I mean the
That's going way back.
Yeah.
yeah, and everything's just inside there.
Yeah. I started with a Hero 3.
Just go and drop it down for a minute. Sparky.
Okay,
Just
no
drop it
worries,
down for
yeah.
a second. I've got someone in the basement. Keep it rotating. You was first up here, bud. Here's Mike. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Hello,
You're
Mike.
you're sitting awful still there.
He's probably got a long delay, has he? He's sort of frozen.
Hello.
You might be on the edge of your. If you're on Wi-Fi, you might be on the edge of it. If you've got enough data, you might want to switch off your Wi-Fi and go directly to
Oh,
your.
he's coming back. There he is. He's coming back. He's swinging. He's swinging now. Now he's swinging. There he is. Hi, Mike.
Boy, you tell
There
it
he
spring they got all the junk mowers out on sale.
I tell you something, Mr. Briggs. They got nothing out here, brother. There's absolutely nothing moving at all. I'm telling you.
We'll see you, Michael Clinton. Be safe.
Oh, you ought to see some of the prices on these new mowers they got out here. They're
You don't
crazy.
believe it.
Are they discounting pretty good or what?
No, they're junk. They're not discounting.
Oh wow. Well, then I won't be a buyer. I did find out, for those of you that follow my videos and have seen that little Sears Craftsman hydrostat drive, 10 horsepower, little squatty, really little mower. That it is a 1969, and the motor is a Tecumseh HH100. But what I like most about it is that it has a Walbro carburetor, not a Tecumseh carburetor. And it runs just flawlessly. Deck works just great. And I have found a really small group of people that own them. 3 people, myself and 2 other people. And we're all in the same boat. We cannot find information on it. You do an internet search for the model number, which is 131.96710, and you literally get 5 results. 2 of those results are my videos. It's the craziest thing.
You all right, Roy?
Yes, mate. Yeah, you?
Yeah, good. Are you searching somewhere else, mate? Were you on another window somewhere?
No. Well, I was and I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
Look at
I've been
this.
watching you for about a minute and a half.
A plastic rear end.
Oh
Look
yeah,
at that.
they're making plastic they're making plastic hydros now.
Plastic
They're-
rear end.
Well, it's the material's actually FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon.
And they want $3,000 for this thing.
Yep.
$3,000.
Yep. And that's a box store MTD made John
Oh
Deere.
yeah. But here you go. I get a plain Jane Super Bronco, just your basic, with a bigger engine, and it still has a aluminum rear end.
Yep. And you're looking at the difference between the colors. That's the only thing that makes a difference.
That's 42 inch. But the deck's better on the John Deere. Oh, and the John Deere's got a smaller engine.
Yep.
That's insane.
That's an MTD made John Deere
Snow
for
here in
box
America.
stores,
Oh,
and
Snow,
you're
yeah.
only paying for the
Snow on the machines.
color.
Yeah.
Best bet is whenever you're getting a new mower, you need to look for the first 3 digits of the manufacturing number to be 917. if the manufacturing number is 917, it's made by AYP, and AYP puts out a better product than MTD does. So for anybody looking for a new riding mower, just remember those three numbers, 917.
I'm gonna buy a new one this year. I'm either gonna buy an Aaron's or a Toro at a dealer.
Yeah. Well, think about Simplicity also, because Simplicity is still their own entity, and so is Snapper.
Snapper is owned by Briggs and Stratton. They're not
So
their own
is,
manager.
so is Simplicity, but they have a very long leash. Both companies have a very long leash. The quality of their products have not declined since Briggs and Stratton acquired them.
Well, I wouldn't say that on all of their products, but some of them. But
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like anything else. You have the bottom of the barrel products,
oh, yeah.
but then you get okay. It's the Prestige, the Conquest, and the Legacy. Those three, you'll never kill them. You'll never kill them. Those three. They're all powered by Vanguards instead of Intex, and the decks are made out of a much heavier gauge stamped steel, and they're all still full roller in the back, anti-scalp. And I'm not trying to sell anybody on Simplicities or Snappers, but they're both still made, and just in my opinion and my experience, just as well. I've worked on some of the fuel injected Simplicities. I had a Conquest.
I don't want a Briggs engine.
You don't want a Briggs engine?
Nope. I want a Kawasaki or a Honda.
I can understand why. They're a lot more. Japanese engines are a lot more reliable. They're making Briggs engines in China now, and yeah, I'm aware of that. And it sucks. But the problem with these brand new ones is you have to have an OBD2 scanner to troubleshoot the codes, to pull the codes up, and you have to have a computer that has the Briggs software on it, as well as 2 manuals that total well over 1,000 pages. When I got the manual, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to just steer clear of them. I'm an old carbureted guy. Those fuel injected systems, they've got CATs, O2 sensors, just all kinds of modern, and they're push button. You just have to be near it with the key fob in your pocket. You just push it, just like a car. Yes.
Well, I like Kawasaki. I've got what I'm mowing my lawn with now is the John Deere SX95. That's from 1987, and it don't burn any oil and still runs perfect.
Awesome.
I'll take a cow any day.
Yeah, Kawasaki's and Hondas, I wholeheartedly agree, because it's a Japanese-made engine, and Briggs is now making their engines in China, and it sucks. But
well, what I hate is when my neighbor says, "Oh, you're buy American made." I says, "How much do you think of that Briggs engines made in the U.S.?"
Yeah, well, they even say made in China on them now. I get them when I get the manuals for the new ones. It's right there in black and white. It's made in China.
And they don't last as long.
Made in Wuhan. Wuhan
no.
made.
The Vanguards, 1998, is it 98 or 99, is the cutoff year from when they started making them in China. They're still made well, but they're not as good as the 98, 99, and back Vanguards are. But it's like Briggs. I always said the worst thing they ever did was get rid of the old flatheads. Oh yeah. But they had to do that for the EPA. They couldn't get the emission. They couldn't get the emissions clean enough.
Exactly that.
I know it. I know that. I'm just saying they were good engines back then.
Yep. Well, the majority of my collection are Briggs flatheads. All the tractors that I run are 50 plus years old, and they all have Briggs cast irons in them, from 9 horse all the way up to 16 horse. And you can't kill them. You just make sure they have oil in them. Change the oil every 50 hours. They will run forever. You just got to take care of them.
Well,
Brandon
my father mows his lawn with an old snapper rear engine rider with the original.
Flathead 10 horse Briggs.
Nope, 8 horse.
8 horse. Oh, it's an older one.
Yep. He's got the Forrest Gump edition.
Yeah.
What? It has chocolates, does it?
So at least no, it's a high lift snapper. If you've ever seen Forrest Gump, the mower that he mows the football fields with, it's a high. What do they call those high lift decks or whatever they're called?
Actually, no, it ain't that ain't the one he's got. He's got the one that they used on the movie Can't Buy Me Love, because the one Forrest Gump used had the Gump
yeah. Okay.
The movie You Can't Buy Me Love had the Briggs and Stratton 8 horse.
Okay. All right.
I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, Mr. Higgs.
I can't get away from it with all the gray that I've got going on here. So yeah, I'll be 50. I'll be 54 this year.
I'll be 52. I think it's hilarious. I looked at Henry had a mower once. It said, "That's the Forrest Gump mower." I said, "No, it ain't. That's the Can't Buy Me Love mower." And he said, "What?" I said, "Go look at it. There's a difference. The one Forrest Gump used has the Gumps engine on it. The one you have is a Briggs. That's the one they used in the Can't Buy Me Love."
Yeah.
And he said, and I said, the difference is, it's not a Comet. The original ones were called the Comet, and they had 2 pedals on it. Then they went from the 2 pedals to the single pedal. I repowered an old Briggs rear engine rider with a 22 horsepower Briggs a couple years ago, and I had to put some weight on the front so it wouldn't do wheelies.
Oh, I'd imagine with 22 horsepower. Now, are they still disc drive?
Yes.
They are
Briggs
still disc
brought
drive?
back Briggs when Briggs and Stratton bought Murray, they started putting the snapper name on the Murray rear engine riders, and the purists kept saying, "Where's our high back Briggs?" And snapper, and they bitched so much that 2 years later they brought him back.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, with social media, what it is today, we make a big influence. Howdy, Andrew. Welcome. Edward Thomas, the blade moves and it cuts grass. It works.
There you go.
Yeah. Brandon, BS Small Engine says EPA messing with everything. Look at the gas cans. Now more gas cans end up on the ground instead of inside the mower. Yeah, more gas ends up, right. The ones that I like are the push button ones that you can fill a shot glass with and not another drop of gas comes out. That's most of the cans that I have. That's what they are. Howdy, Boneyard. There you are. Turn you're sideways to me. I don't know if you're sideways to everybody else. There you go. Now I see.
If you look at one of Henry's old videos, I went to Long Island to buy a snowblower off him. I have an old 1964-65 Huffy safety can that I still use.
Yeah, I've got a collection of old safety cans up and hanging from my rafters. I don't use those. I use the new plastic ones. But in a pinch, if I need them, they're there.
Oh, I love my safety can.
How you doing, Boneyard?
Good, Zippo. How you doing?
Doing good. I enjoyed your walk around in your pop-up sheds.
Oh, thanks.
I really like that little VW buggy. That's pretty cool. You had that one for a while?
Yeah, I built that about 25 years ago.
Yeah. Well, you've kept it in really good shape. You and the missus waiting on this cold snap to get through so you can get out and ride?
Yeah, it's kind of cold. I actually took my bike out the other day, but it was a little chilly still.
Yeah. Yeah, I took my Yamaha V-Star out. Miss Zippo and I just went for a ride in around town, but it was 60 degrees, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah. But we did at least put 20 miles on the bike. Not ready to get the Gold Wing out yet, though.
No.
I got snow last night, so my weather's bipolar. Last night we got about a dusting of snow.
Yeah, I saw it on those mowers you just stopped and looked at. We got snow yesterday, but as soon as it hit the ground, it melted. And we're due to get more snow tonight. Yeah, I swear Mother Nature is bipolar. You nailed it right on the head.
Definitely.
I say Mother Nature is a Democrat because they can't make up their mind.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll definitely agree with that. So Sparky, tell me what you have used the flashlight for that other flashlights couldn't do for you.
Well, we've got a consumer unit without the screws on it, so that the screws will come off. So I had to go to the top to look through to see why the screws was fastened, and we couldn't see without the inspector light. The other problem we had was the lock. We had a junction box, square one, was basically been super glued. We had to drill a hole to see what's wrong with the cables. And numerous things I've used it for is upstairs, mostly on the electric side of things. Some of the things I couldn't get access to, look, it was easier. So it made life a lot simpler. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
turn
your
camera over, or turn your phone over, Boneyard. You're upside down.
It's not my side.
No, he ain't. Now it's gone wrong. That's it. That's fine.
So okay, well, it's just upside down to me. I guess I'm backwards.
Yeah.
That's my new welder.
Mick, was Sparky boring you then?
No, not at all. No, I'm just playing. What you got there then, Boneyard? What you got?
That's a plasma cutter. He's
plasma
got
cutter,
there.
yeah.
Plasma cutter. Cool.
The one thing I do say, Zippo, the one thing I do say it come in handy for was when we got a motor back of the dryer, and you can't get your hand in properly, and you. Okay, we've got to play that game, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Mick, I'm gonna send you a bill for your light if you keep doing that.
I think what it is, Mick,
I can afford it. It's not a problem.
Mick, I think what it is, mate, because you're so used to Sparky sitting here and not really chatting. As soon as he does, you don't want to hear it.
I'm only playing. So, Boneyard, have you had a go on your plasma cutter yet? Have you had a go at it?
Welder, not a plasma cutter.
Say again.
It's a what?
It's a MIG welder.
It's a MIG.
Oh, okay, cool.
MIG welder.
MIG welder. Okay. Is it gasless?
Yep, gas.
Yep. It is gas.
Gasless.
Or no? Okay.
Gasless. Good one. It's the reviews. There's a guy did a review on it, and it's gas and gasless as well. You can get them.
I'm not laid off yet, so I can't afford that stuff.
I hear you, Rumpelstiltskin. I'm in the same boat as you. It's yeah.
All right, guys.
No, in New York they're doing. New York they're giving more for people who are out of work than us. Our essential workers. I make about $8.25 after taxes, and now they're giving people $450 worth on unemployment, and then the state of New York in their infinite wisdom is giving another $600. So the people that aren't working at all in this state are making more money than I am busting my butt 60 hours a week.
Wow.
Well, on certain UC benefits in the UK, anyone joined it over the past since the 24th, they're giving £600 to them on the certain criteria. And I was like, the poor, infirm, the disabled, the rest of it, who's actually, it's just ridiculous. So.
Well, they just gave everybody $1,200.
Yeah, the Eagle crapped in my account last night. The stimulus, the $1,200 stimulus was put in my account last night.
I sent it back.
Yeah. Here, take it. I don't want it.
I did.
You did?
I sent it back.
Why?
Well, there's other people that need it more.
That's right.
There's other people that need it more. Yeah, I'm of the same thought process. But what I do, I'm just going to spread it around my community. I don't need it. It's so I'm going to spread. I know people in my neighborhood that can benefit from it more than me, that are hurting a lot more. So yeah, it's going to get spread around my neighborhood.
The people in my neighborhood, the only thing I would spread around them is a slap in the head.
That or pull a manure spreader behind your truck and let them have it.
Yeah,
I got a lot of crackheads and a lot of meth heads and a lot of drunks in my neighborhood. All they do is buy drugs, beer, and alcohol. You know.
Oh, that's no good. No.
Well, it sounds like a hell of a party.
Diet Coke is my evil. That and my cigarettes, and that's about it. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go let this noisy dog outside.
I'm an RC Cola and beer. I got my old RC Cola. I'm happy.
So are you working? Are you working at the moment, Mr. Briggs?
I work nights, 6 at night to 6 in the morning.
Okay, cool. So what are you doing now? Are you asleep right now?
No, this is called New York State Governor issued a thing. We can't go into the stores without a mask. We can't go anywhere without a mask now. And I ain't got one.
All right. Can't you just use a hoodie or no?
He wants a regular scarf. I mean, a regular mask. An N95, but he said you can use a scarf, but I'm gonna try and go in the store without it anyways. I think it's against my constitutional rights to tell me what to do.
And what about your constitutional rights if you get coronavirus?
I'm not gonna get it.
Okay. I'm just asking.
If I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. I mean, they've already proven those masks don't work.
Yeah, I think it. From what they're saying, it potentially stops you spreading it as much if you have it. I think that's the consensus.
That's what it is. But if I have it, I ain't gonna be out about. I'm not an idiot. I get my temperature checked every day at work. My truck is washed with bleach water solution when I pull into a terminal. They won't let me leave the truck. They disconnect my trailers for me. They hook them up for me. My job's so easy now. All I do is drive forward and back up a set of trailers, and they disconnect both the trailers. Then when I'm done, they put my dolly on the back of my truck. I stage my dolly. When I get back to my yard, my terminal manager comes out, sprays bug sprayer with bleach water all over my truck, rinses off my truck. Then he disconnects the truck. My paperwork, I take a picture of it and send it in an email. I got a stack of paperwork like this in my truck. And then he, I don't have no interaction. When I go to before all this was stuff happened, we weren't allowed to pull into the yard with our personal vehicles. Now we pull into the yard, we get out of our car, and go right into our truck. My terminal manager picks my hood up and checks my oil for me. I'm not even allowed to pop the hood. I mean, it's insane. And then I make him bring the dipstick over and show me the dipstick, and he said, "Why? Why? Because it's my truck. I want to make sure the oil's full."
Mm-hmm.
And when I go to,
what about checking your tires and wheels?
That's right. Park. That's the only thing I'm allowed to do. I get 5 minutes to walk around, check my tires and lug nuts to make sure they're not loose.
And your lights and stuff like that.
Yep.
Right. You're right, Ken. The masks are more to protect other people, so that when you cough or sneeze or do whatever, it's semi-contained. But like there was another comment here about the N95 masks. The particles are smaller than the N95 masks, and it gets out anyway.
Are you prepared to discuss liquid transfer with Ken? Is what I want to know.
That's funny.
What about you, Roy? What about you, Roy? You was in the army.
No.
Mr. Briggs will discuss it with me later on.
Yeah.
No, I ain't discussing nothing with you. You're a little perverted there, Mr. Mick.
Yeah. Mick turns things around.
Mick, Ken is reminding you this is a kid-friendly channel.
Hell no, it's not. It's over 18.
Mr. Mick's a little perverted.
Says a man who had a rifle in the back of his show a minute ago. So I'm going to give him all of that.
It was sitting right here.
It's a kid's show. It's a kid's show, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the flash suppressor and I was like, oh, I better move that.
Well, there you go. Stephen's prepared to discuss it. It all depends on what type of liquid you're prepared to discuss.
I've only got a 50-round mag plugged into it, so.
Oh, check Ken out. Check Ken getting out all gobby. He's not on the panel. Like, oh, you wait, Ken. You wait. You never come up. Oh, you're on my list.
What Mick does on those rail cars is his business.
Is that two mags taped together there, Zippo?
They're not taped together. They're actually formed together. So
you can just turn it over.
You got 25 rounds here and 25 rounds here, and you just flip it.
Because when I was in the army, we used to get two of them and tape them together, so you didn't have to keep taking one out of your pouch all the time.
Yeah, and we had to use, when we were doing it, we had to use blue tape and red tape. Blue tape was the blanks for noise warning, and the red, and we would have a blue one taped to a red one. Don't mix them up.
Cherokee Revel, Mark V8 Man was on here earlier on discussing his new girlfriend he's got from the hospital, the nurse who looked after him. So yeah, Mark's doing good, mate. Brandon says that his 100-year-old revolver sits on his Livestream wall shelf, apparently, but he's from Texas. That'll be why that is.
Oops, there we go. What's Zippo getting?
Yeah, I was going to say, what is he going to say?
No, we shouldn't get in trouble for that one because it's just teeny. It looks like a toy.
Yeah, but I bet it ain't though.
That's a little 22 short.
It's just a little. Is that a little cock and shoot one, isn't it?
A little 5-shot.
No, I don't want to see him, Mick.
Thanks, Mick. I'm glad Mick did that because it doesn't need to be on there.
Somebody sent me.
Do what?
Somebody sent me an email, so I'm just reading it.
You don't get emails.
Stephen Dennis, I foresee in 9 months there will be a mass load of babies being born.
Well, it won't be from my house. It won't be from my house.
Honey, we got nothing else to do. You just want to bump uglies, or
it won't be from my house. I can guarantee you that. But I've been making loads of videos of how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm blind. I'm blind just thinking about that.
Oh, Mr. Briggs, you've already signed to the contract to buy it on a monthly subscription basis.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to shock the hell out of you guys in about 7 more months.
What are you going to do? Start working for a living?
Oh. Hey, at least it's not me today. Wow, that was harsh.
No. I got a bun in the oven with somebody.
Hey.
What?
Congrats.
You got a bun in the oven?
Bun in the oven?
Not me. Some girl I've been seeing.
Are you telling me there's going to be a little single cylinder Briggs running around the place for long?
That's right.
Oh my Lord.
But I'm going to scare the shit out of my old man. I got to do it to scare my old man.
There's going to be a mini Briggs.
Well, congratulations. If you got a little 1-horse Briggs flying around the place.
I wonder how the river's doing.
I have a 3/4 horse Briggs. It's a 4-cycle.
Yeah, but my dogs are Briggs and Stratton. That's why I call them.
Stratton.
Yeah, I got 12-year-old red bone coonhound and a 2-year-old pit bull.
And you've called them Briggs and Stratton.
Yeah, Mr. No, it's Mr. Briggs and Mr. Stratton.
Gotcha. That's cool. Listening and making chemotherapy blankets to donate. That's awesome, Cherokee.
Yeah, it looks like we had a little flooding.
Sounds windy.
Brandon, was it a Freedom Arms or North American Arms for BS small engines?
What river is that, Mr. Briggs?
This is what we call our Mighty Chemung River.
Mighty Chemung?
Yeah.
It doesn't very mighty to me.
Yeah, look up the Great Flood of 1972, Hurricane Agnes, and that's why it got the nickname Mighty Chemung.
Okay. And what does Chemung mean then?
Chemung, the little bighorn.
Okay.
They found woolly mammoths down here.
Hey, no worries, Brandon.
I'm meant to be editing a video, Mick.
I spent the past 3 hours this morning editing the video this morning. Ridiculous. I had a video. I got it off the camera. I put it on the PC, and it came out about 1 hour 40 minutes. I thought, oh, that's not going to happen. So I had to get it. I had to get it down. I got it down to about 35 minutes in the end.
Yeah, I'm in produced. I'm in stage 2 part at the moment.
No, I did pick up a new knife, and it's undeniably mine.
Blimey.
Oh, yeah. Is that merchandise?
No. That's mine. It's a Benchmade mini bug out.
Someone made that for you, did they?
I order off of 2 different knife sites. One is Blade HQ, and the other is Knife Works, and they both do custom engraving. Knife Works does it for free, and Blade HQ charges. So this one came from. As soon as I saw the orange with the satin blade, I was like, "Yep, that's what I got to get."
Brandon's off down to the pawn shop.
Nice.
So my Microtechs have been put away.
That seems cheap, doesn't it?
What's that?
He bought 2 guns for $120.
No, that's not unreasonable at all.
He put the guns on layaway.
What's
he's going to a pawn shop.
Yeah, Stevens 22 and a Kentucky long rifle, both for 120. One, the black powder rifle, the market's flooded with them, and the Stevens is, isn't that a single shot breakaway, Brandon? I have to wait for him to answer, I guess. Single shot breakaway.
I haven't had mine out for ages. I got this the other day, Zip. Pick that up.
I haven't shot a rifle since I left the army.
Oh, right on, yeah. Yep. Is that a,
My one's
yeah,
knackered, so.
Looks just like a Briggs one.
It is Briggs. It's authentic.
It is. Yeah.
What's that you got, Mick?
I've got
Briggs
one
Spark
that.
Tester.
I've got one
yeah,
that,
you said you was getting one of them, didn't you?
Yeah. I turned up.
Cherokee Rebels asking, is this Mix channel or Vargas? It's Mix. He's always in the.
How much are they going for now, Mick?
He's always over there in the first place.
They go for about 18 quid.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
They're not. The difference is, Roy, that you can test the quality of spark as well.
Right.
If it jumps, if it jumps the gap with a blue spark, you're in good shape. If it jumps the gap with a yellow spark, then you either need to clean your points, regap your points, or clean your magneto.
Yeah.
They're a lot better than those incandescent ones that have the tiny little neon bulb in them.
Yeah.
Those will give you a false positive all the time. It'll show even the weakest spark, and you'll think that it's a good spark, and then it won't run. So. Yeah, Brandon, I thought that's what you're talking about. That little Stevens single shot 22s was one of the first rifles that was put in my hands when I was a kid. And after that, it was a Ruger 1022. And that's what my rifle over here is. But it's a breakaway, which you okay with this, Mick?
Yeah, you carry on, bro. Yeah, you carry on.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are you, baby?
Oh, nice.
And it comes with a backpack, and it's all stainless. But you just wear the backpack, and I've got 800 rounds loaded in the backpack and all the magazines. So I'm pretty.
Do you have to record the amount of ammunition you keep and fire? Is it?
No.
You don't. Over here, anything for FAC, you do. You have to keep a register.
No.
You have to tell them how much you got.
Say again.
No.
You got to tell the government how much ammunition you got.
No, you just have to keep a register. That's it. So, so pretty much, if you buy a box of 50, and they just want to know how many you've shot out of that 50, when they come around to do the licensing, you can then prove that you went out on separate occasions and you shot X amount of rounds. That's it.
No thanks.
Well, I understand that. But your gun laws are different to ours, and you have different rights and all the rest of it, and that's just the way it is. We're in no worse or better shape than your gun laws than you are against us. It's the same thing.
Dirt Rider. As soon as those come out, I was the first one. I right at the gun shop and picked it up, and I love it. 22s, the ammunition is inexpensive here. You can get a bucket of or a box of 500 rounds for $20 and have a weekend of fun out at the shooting range. And
I make my own bullets.
Well, 22s you can't reload a 22, but my 30, I reload my 32s, my Smith and Wesson 32s, just because it's easier for me to just load them than it is to, and I use double F powder in those. But that's for my little, it was in my drawer right here. That's my little H&R 32 police. And
I like my 357.
You load your 357s? Yeah. No, is yours, is that a pistol or?
I got a 357 Magnum Super Blackhawk.
Okay, so it'll shoot the 38s as well.
Yep. It's long. Yeah. I got the gun like they had in Dirty Harry.
Right. Yeah.
Have you got the boots to go with it?
What's that?
Have you got the boots to go with it?
The boots to go with it.
I got the armpit holster.
Do you also go around?
Check you out. Any chance you can send me a photograph of you with your gun in a holster and just your boots on? I'd love that.
Oh God! I ain't sending nudes.
Do you also turn around and say to people, "Do you feel lucky, punk?"
Do you feel lucky, punk? Yeah.
When they come, if you come into my house, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
No, hang on, you can't, because I would get an open invitation to walk into your house. That'd be a difference, right?
Hey, if you flew over here, I'd let you in.
I know you would, baby.
You would have no choice, Mick, just walking.
I wouldn't let you do. It's not me that wouldn't let you. It'd probably be Mr. Briggs that would say no.
Rumpelstiltskin, I'm also in Indiana, and Midway USA sends me all of most of my ammo because I've got some obscure rounds. I've got an 8.62 German Mauser, and I can find my rounds there that I can't find at the local store and stuff like that. So, but I'm sitting on over 10,000 rounds.
Wow.
I've got 6 5-gallon buckets full of ammunition.
Full of brass or full of loaded ammunition?
Loaded.
Loaded. Right on. What do you use to tumble your brass?
I hadn't had to do it in so long. I buy it already. I buy it from a buddy of mine that does it for me.
Oh, okay, cool. That's an easy way to do it.
Because I wasn't too good at doing it. So, but I got it. They're all loaded. I'm ready for anything because they keep threatening to take our guns away, and they keep threatening this, and it's like, okay,
they'll get my guns and ammunition one round at a time.
Exactly.
As soon as I'm out of ammunition, you can have the guns.
Do you think it'll ever come to a point, Zip, where your gun laws will eventually be tightened to a degree?
Yes, I think it. We have the NRA here, the National Rifle Association, and they do a very good job of defending our Second Amendment rights. And the government is constantly trying to infringe on our constitutional rights. They did that on what they were calling assault rifles. Well, it's not an assault rifle. I can set it over here in the corner, and it is never going to shoot anybody. It's not the rifle that shoots somebody. It's the person behind
I don't care what they say. You can take all our guns right now, and it's like in New York, all it would take is someone to pick up the phone and say, "I think this guy here is endangered to himself," and they can come and take your weapons until you can prove otherwise.
Right.
And to me, that's ridiculous.
Whirly Lawn Services, you can get them on sale for $37-38 at times. But what I paid for Micks and Sparkies was right around $45 a piece. And then shipping them over there was just as much per packet.
Do you know what, Zip? The postage, especially to America, is stupid. I mean, I sent Bruce a bigger parcel over at half the price. Ridiculous.
You can ship to Canada cheaper than you can the U.S. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
because ridiculous. I sent Bruce a gift box years ago. That his impact driver.
Mm-hmm.
I sent that to him along with a bunch of other small engine tools, and it was $50 to get a 12-inch by 12-inch by 10-inch box shipped up to him. It was nuts. It was over $50.
Well, I know that Doug Sweener was going to send me a parcel over. It was just a parcel of goodies. It had some jams in there, had bits and pieces, some little trinkets and what have you. And he went down to a local post office to send it off. And when the woman told him how much it was going to cost, he darn near had a Connery right there on the floor.
Right.
He come out shaking.
Yeah, Dirt Rider. I'm also in Indiana, and you're right. Bud's Gun Shop is awesome. We did have our local gun shop get raided by the ATF, and I don't know if you guys tell you one of the no-nos that the government frowns at. Anybody that has an FFL license, which is a license to sell firearms, they have to abide by certain rules. Well, a guy and a gal walked into his shop, and the guy wanted a shotgun, but he didn't have the proper identification to get the shotgun. So the gal that he was with said, "Oh, well, I'll get it for you." And that's when the gun shop owner should have said, "I'm sorry, I can't do that." because I know that rifle is going to him, and I can't run a background check on him. I can run a background check on you if it's going to be your shotgun. And she said, no, it's going to be his shotgun. Those were 2 undercover ATF agents that went in and burned him. He went ahead with the sale. He wound up spending 2.5 years in jail, and it cost him $250,000 for making one sale that he shouldn't have, and he's never allowed to have an FFL license again. We get the same reaction out of Sparky every time he goes full screen.
Over here, you can apply for a license just for a smooth bore, and it will take you around about 7 weeks to get that license approved from the minute you send it off to get it back. About 7 weeks.
Hey, Pate, good to see you.
You cannot purchase a gun until you got the license in your hand.
Lie down.
Once you've got your license, you can then go and purchase a gun as long as you've got a safe to put it in. And then as soon as you've got your first gun, they come around and do an inspection. And it used to be retired policemen, firearms officers, they call them. It's now gone. It's now more and more common to go over to the armed response police. They now turn up, which I don't agree with, because I don't like having a big fat police car turn up at your driveway with 2 armed policemen getting out and walking across your driveway. I don't like that. I like to keep mine a bit quiet if I can. And then as soon as you purchase your gun, it has to be registered within 24 hours. Has to be sent off and registered.
Yeah, there's no registering here, nothing like that.
You can borrow a gun off of somebody else, which you don't have to register that the gun is moved unless it goes over 72 hours. Anything over 72 hours, you then have to re-register the gun as in your possession.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
It's really tight over here. It's really tight over here.
Well, the last motorcycle that I got, my 75 CB550 4-cylinder, I actually traded a Carnival gun, which is a really odd load. It's a 22, but it's a 22 WRF, Winchester rimfire, which is different than a 22 Magnum. But I actually traded that rifle for Garfield, the orange motorcycle that I got. And I'll be right back. I got to go let my dog in. You can knock me down if it's somebody else is wanting to come up to me.
There's no one else there, brother. There's no one else there. No, Matt, I haven't got a new one, buddy. I got enough of my own as it is. I'm not even going due to this old virus. I've not been out in weeks and weeks and weeks. That sucks. Zip illegal shop.
Hey, here's a more for you, Mick. You think you can tune that up?
Let's have a look, brother. What you got there? Do you know what? Not only could I tune that up, I could get it over here, tune it up, and sell it back to you for double the money.
You probably could.
That wouldn't be a problem. What's Jason up to? What are you doing, Jace? What you doing, buddy boy?
He's doing something with his camera. He's spinning around in circles.
He's muted.
He's working away somewhere.
Can you unmute him, Mick?
Yeah, me too, Jason. Matt, I want to get them pigeons too. That's a real sucker. I don't think I can. Once he unmutes it, I don't think I can. No, he has to do it.
Showing off his toolbox there, look.
Let's have a look then, Jason. Let's have a look at your toolbox. Open them drawers up, baby. Let's have a look at them.
He's muted. Tell him he's muted.
He can hear. He can still hear me.
Oh, right.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. No.
Yes. Yeah. No. Beautiful. Well done.
Chubby, shift. Chubby.
What are you doing, Jason? Are you spinning around so it all ran the right way?
Is it 8 weeks?
Open that snap-on drawer, Jason. The silver one. The silver one. Open the silver drawer. Open the silver drawer. The silver one. Don't go tidying it up. The silver drawer, sweetheart. Where's the silver drawer? Go up. Up. There, the silver one. The silver one. The silver. Yeah. Open that. No, down. No, down. Turn
the microphone on, Jason.
Down. Where's the silver one gone?
Keep going. Yeah,
the silver one. It's the silver one. No,
right there. That's not. That's the top of the. That's the top of the box.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the top of the bottom box.
Oh, we don't like that.
To Rumpelstiltskin, it was 2 ATF agents that went in, and when he agreed to do the straw buy, there was ATF agents waiting, and they came in and confiscated every single gun in the place. And he was also over his legal limit on how many guns he had. He had over 10,000 guns. Wow. And the max, I think, was only 7,500. So he pretty much did it to himself. He should have refused the sale.
That place sounds familiar. That bust.
Yeah, because you never know who is going to walk into a gun shop that is or is not an ATF agent, because they've got undercovers. So you've just got to walk that straight line. They're going to test you. You just have to make sure you do it right.
Of course.
I like that toolbox porn too, Pete.
Oh,
nice and neat and tidy. Yeah. But we can get off the bang conversation. And
Geez, look at that. I still have my swing set from when I was a kid.
Oh, bless you. Is that your one in the little black one, Mr. Briggs? Is that your one?
Actually, this was mine when I was a kid.
To be fair, it looks like a hat. You can probably wear that.
A bit of a car tire, isn't it?
It's made out of a car tire.
Yeah.
But this is my old swing set. They don't make them like this anymore.
They don't make them like this anymore. Back in the day, you might go make it for.
Yeah, Brandon, I agree
when
with
was
you.
The last time you actually used it, Mr. Briggs?
1974 or 5.
I was born then.
I dare you to have another go. Go on.
That was the last time that chain would fit around his belly. 1974, 1975.
Hey, you know, you guys are always say, oh, you got to keep your lawnmowers inside and baby them. Look at this. This has never been a day inside. It's never been inside. It hasn't been started all winter long. You think it'll start?
Hell no.
Well, let's find out.
You started that yesterday. I'm not having that.
No, I did not.
You started that yesterday.
You talking about me? He started that just before he walked the dogs out.
Yeah. Oh, check him out. Who's a fit man? Jason, who's a fit man on the side? Who's that? Go back to the fit man. Jason. Jason, who's a fit man? Check him out. Oh, yeah. Boom shakalala.
But this lawnmower always starts.
What's his name, Jason? Big boy. What's your name?
I could Mick. You.
Big boy. Jason.
It's the goatee that's doing it for you, Mick, isn't it?
2 tickets to the gun shows, please.
Oh, we've got the 1200 coming up, hopefully, Rumple. 1200 down in Indianapolis. I don't know if you've ever gone to that.
I don't think it'll happen.
Jason, who's a good-looking man?
I don't think any shows will be happening this year.
I think Mick was used to in his previous life owned a bookie brothel or something.
Yeah, I would like to have done. And you would have been one of my regulars.
Getting worried about you, Mick.
I've got the coffin here, Matt. I've got to do a video. I've got to do a video on it, buddy. I've got it all here. I've got my little love letter. And
Hey, there's Diesel guy.
Oh, Diesel guy.
Matt Stubbington sent Riley Boys some Kinder eggs. And he also sent me some fantastic coffee as well, which is cool. So I've got to do a video on that, Matt.
If it wasn't so damn expensive to ship, I'd send you some.
Oh, come on. You can afford to send me some coffee over.
You wouldn't like I got German coffee.
That's all matter. That don't matter. German make good coffee.
Coffee's coffee, as long as it's got.
Oh, no, it's not. No. Coffee's not coffee, baby.
Coffee is not coffee.
The Germans.
Coffee is not. Who said coffee is coffee? That's insulting.
The Germans can't make coffee.
Yeah, he can go.
Or
If he's going to talk stupid, he can just go. It's as simple as that. Coffee's not coffee.
Where we are,
Rumble, it might be worth it for you to take the trip, the 150 miles. It's a nice show if it happens this year.
I've got we like good coffee, but we can't get it half the time up here. Decent stuff. It's all closed.
Yeah, exactly that, Matt. No. Coffee is not just coffee. Exactly that.
That's insulting. It's called liquid love. It's the beverage. It loves you back.
Hey, Mr. Briggs, I want to talk to you about some liquid love.
I don't want your kind of liquid love.
So what's this coffee called then, Mr. Briggs? It's German coffee.
I get it. I get my relatives send it over in a Ziploc bag. I have no idea what it is. My family's from Germany.
Oh, okay.
You got potatoes?
Scalloped potatoes. Yes, sir. Homemade scalloped potatoes.
Potatoes.
A little bit of sour cream, a little bit of cheese, mix it all up, throw them tater slices in the oven, just let her bake.
That's right. Homemade with some American cheese on top.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. That and I like doing the hash browns that way too. Why is it, do
you think that Jason doesn't wear latex gloves, but his buddy beside him wears latex gloves? What's that all about? You see, there's Jason, look, with his gloves, look.
Yeah, he should be wearing gloves.
Yeah, he got no gloves on, and he goes around to his buddy. Where's his buddy?
Yeah, and he's not 2 meters apart either.
No, Jason, where's your buddy with the gloves on? Jason, pay attention. Jason,
well, we're looking at a diesel engine right now.
Yeah,
he's probably got you on mute.
There he is. Why has he got gloves? Why has he got gloves on, Jason? And you haven't.
Looks like a Detroit diesel engine.
Yeah, dirty old Detroit.
It looks like the DD13.
Yeah, Briggs, Brandon, I would like to get and roast my own coffee. I can't get blonde vanilla. I can't get blonde coffee beans here, unless I pay way too much for them. And
there's a place down near Mezip. It's actually a coffee roasting place. I might have a little look in there and see if I can't get something sent over. I don't know what the restrictions are. I'll look into it, but they do some fantastic coffee. I mean, while I go shooting, when I'm shooting pigeons, the coffee place is about 3/4 of a mile away across the fields, and you can smell coffee roasting all day long. It's lovely.
My coffee went. It's almost like syrup. It's got to be super, super, super strong. So I like the real deep, dark French roast.
French roast?
Yep.
Well, I'll check you. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can find something.
If coffee don't stick to your ribs, it ain't coffee.
Right. Yep, you got it.
Say again.
If coffee doesn't stick to your ribs, it's, yep.
I hear you.
It's called liquid love for a reason.
I drink 1 cup of coffee a day, and it's in the morning.
Oh, hell no. I've had 15.
3 in the morning for me. Sometimes
this is what I make coffee with. But
oh, Ninja. Yep.
We've got the same machine.
I grind my own coffee right before I put it through the coffee maker.
When I'm in the mood, that's what I use there. When I'm in the mood, when I'm in the mood for real good coffee and I got time, That's what I use. An old-fashioned percolator right there.
Yeah. If you like your coffee really, really strong, Briggs, go to get a French press.
Yeah.
Get a French press. Oh man, the coffee that comes out of a French press is just.
I love a percolator.
Well, the French press, the coffee is percolated, but then you push the press down, and as you push the press down, you're squeezing the grounds down to the very bottom, and then you pour
I know.
off.
I got one.
Yeah, I've got one.
You do? You do?
Yeah, I've got one of them.
I got one.
Got that, and then I've got my espresso machine when I'm
never used it
in the mood. Oh, you don't, Roy?
I use mine.
I just wonder if Pate can hear us.
Get down.
Walking around.
I don't think Jackson can hear us.
I can hear him.
In fact, he's probably joined the stream, right? And then put his phone in his top pocket and left it run and forgot it's on it. Can you hear us, Jace? Give us a thumbs up. You can hear us, Jace.
He can hear us.
Yeah, he can hear us. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's
has he got an earphone
guy.
He's got an earphone. That's probably why the other bloke couldn't hear you.
Yeah, Brandon, I'd like to know if I've got somebody around here that would roast coffee for me, because there's nothing better than coming fresh off a roaster.
Zippo, when you use that French press, how long do you leave the coffee to sort of boil? Well, before you press it down.
It's similar to it's just like steeping tea. I leave it sit.
Let it stew.
How long for?
At least 20 minutes before I press it down.
Yeah.
And I'll even pump it and agitate it.
Yeah, it'd go cold then, though, wouldn't it?
No. I keep it on a warmer plate.
Ah, right. With my one, you just use boiling water and put it in.
Yeah, but I have a little warming plate, and I just set it on the warming plate on low just to keep the coffee hot. And I can usually get 3 really good cups of coffee out of it.
Do you know why Jason has such a good job? Because he works on Freightliners. That'll make anybody rich.
Do you know something? I find nothing more attractive than sitting here watching you eat, Mr. Briggs.
Yeah, and the dog eating its tail. Look.
Yeah, it's kind of romantic. You see, it's like, I tell you what it's like, Mr. Briggs. It's like I'm sat in a restaurant.
Dog's cleaning its ass while you're eating.
I know. I was just going to say that dog is not biting its tail; it's licking its backside.
Don't worry about that. At the moment, dog. And there is my thumbnail for my live stream.
There you go.
He can hear you.
That's what I thought I heard you say.
Did you hear that, Mick? Dizzy Dye thought that I was talking about you licking your backside.
Brother, if I could lick my own backside, I'd never leave the house.
Oh God!
I've got a true.
Hey, there was a porn star that could do his own. You know what?
There you go.
I've got a true story.
Stop.
My grandfather and his best friend, they were both fire chiefs here in Muncie, and they were both sitting out in front of fire station number 1, which is the oldest station in the town, and they're sitting out there just watching traffic go by and everything. And here walks a stray dog, and that stray dog stops right in front of him, sits down, and starts cleaning his own pecker.
Yep.
Well, my grandfather's sitting there. His friend is sitting there, and his friend goes, "Boy, I'd like to do that." My grandfather says, "Well, you might want to make friends with him first."
Yeah. Right, and on that note, before the bad jokes start going, I've got to end it, I'm afraid. Nearly 3 hours going. I've got to go and give Riley Boy a bath and get him sorted out, which is cool. Right. And I've enjoyed the day. It's been good little midweek chat.
Yep.
Just to break the week up. So,
Mr. Briggs, been a pleasure.
Yeah, Mick, before you do a go away, we talked about face masks earlier, and I forgot one of my friends over here in the UK. He said when someone orders the wrong type of face mask,
Oh, good
Nothing
lord.
wrong with that. See that?
Wrong type of face mask.
You see,
That's a Micks Mowers face card.
Well, that's the sort of face. That's the sort of face mask that I would wear around to Mr. Briggs's house.
Oh God!
Right, people. Just want to say, please try and stay safe as you can, because I reckon another couple of months and we'll be out of this, and we'll all be rocking and rolling again, and doing what we love doing best. So stay safe out there. Look after each other. Take care. Be thoughtful. Be kind where you can.
Yeah.
And I'll catch you all again. I'm live Saturday night. Don't forget, Snobby's live. Ali's live tonight. Snobby's live Saturday night. Friday night. Then me Saturday night. Then Dusty Sunday night.
Oh, look at that ugly face.
Ken is live Sunday. And you've also got Jason and Pat's performance live on Saturday daytime as well for us. So look after each other. Stay safe. And I'll catch you all on another one.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Snobby, good to see you there, buddy. Mick.
See you later.
Roy,
See you, Mr. Briggs.
Mr. Briggs.
Bye.
Everybody over in the chat. Be safe.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye, Mick.
Bye-bye.